just gonna do it like this.
We're gonna react to the countdown timer.
Yeah, we got a kick-ass countdown, y'all. Look at that thing.
I didn't even realize. I'm like, wait, we're
Man,
live.
everybody count it down.
Look at that fancy countdown timer.
It's like when we were reacting to our weeks of videos after we were.
Oh, here's my voice in the background. There we go. Oh, count! Oh, another countdown.
Now we're gonna react to our intro.
You see, we shot all this in one day, but it makes it seem like we did it over time.
I think it's gonna have my jacket cameo in this thing. Here it comes. There it is. Here's the jacket.
Oh, nice.
Look at
Those guys.
It's studs.
So how'd you guys like that countdown?
Oh, is it? I think it's counting down somebody's thing.
Win it.
Oh, is that my Derek's?
Mike's hammered.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the Coke will do it to you.
Yeah,
He's got that original recipe Coca-Cola Classic over there.
little Jack Daniels in it. Jack and Coke.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, everybody.
welcome
Hey, the
to the
Collector's
channel,
Club.
everybody. How you guys feeling out there?
Feeling good, feeling good.
Flashtastic.
Yeah, Slash-taculous.
Exactly. This is the Super Slasher Spectacular out there, episode 7 of the Collectors Club. Got a super fun stream planned for you all today. Just a couple reminders. If you love horror movies or collecting, go ahead and slash that like and subscribe. Make us collectors scream through those super chats. And then check out memberships for exclusive content and perks like choosing future live stream topics. And of course, there's tons of fun merch, Collectors Club stuff on the channel store. But let's go ahead and get into all this great stuff tonight. And we have so many Collectors Club videos today that maybe we should start off with just rolling in a collection video for you all, because I know you guys are going to absolutely love this one. So
Check it out.
let's
We're going to love it. I like how Mike's slow playing.
All right.
Uh-oh. Tim, he left us. Oh, well.
We're here.
Whoa! Ooh.
Tim brought the most valuable collectible.
Wow, look at that collectible.
There, look at that.
One of a kind.
A
Gary,
Bob
nice
action figure.
wig.
It comes with a hoodie.
On here, so I'm gonna put a hood on it because my head's shiny. Just bleached recently, and he's like an 8K.
Yeah.
All of you are, because when I stream, it's like what
It's my Tim costume.
160p,
It's like-
probably,
It's
380.
like dial up. It's like dial up, Bob.
Basically, yeah. You guys remember those issues?
There we go. That's better.
Nice
Derek,
hair.
I've never
I'm
seen
trying to be Tim. This is my Tim wig.
sexy your hair, Derek. I love it.
Not bad, right?
Oh my god.
Wow, your glasses are almost alike. If you have the same shirt.
This isn't even on purpose.
That
This
is
is
a
an Uncle
perfect
Rico
Tim
costume. I put it on. And I was like, oh my God, I'm Tim.
You
Even my
gotta
wife thought
market
I was
that
him in the picture.
for
I got.
Halloween now.
That's
It's a
so
rare
good.
Tim Talks talkie.
I can't wear that for more than 5 seconds because it's too damn hot. But
I wear it every day.
right.
Yeah, nice.
Looks better on you. I'll change my name back to something clever.
So for anyone that doesn't know, that didn't follow along though, you know, Bob and I, along with a whole bunch of people, went to a big
Eloped.
Eloped.
I'm sorry. My bad. My bad.
We-
I'll let
we-
you-
Save it for later.
We besides eloping, we went to a big meetup in Salem, New Hampshire, with a ton of people. It was amazing. And today we did the archive in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and now Bob's here, and then he's going to be driving home.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take off and like after the stream in 2 hours. It's really shiny. We're gonna do this.
Actually, your head's good. It's not shiny. It's nice and smooth, baby.
I think Derek.
So yeah, I like Tiana just called Derek Corey.
Corey Cunningham over there.
Yeah, exactly. That
Derek's such a handsome looking fella.
Are you sure you don't want to be with Derek instead of me?
Well, that's my. That's
I can
my
wear the
one.
wig if you want me to.
That
Yeah.
would be intense.
Get the
That's
best
my
of both
goal.
worlds.
He got the jeans. He got the good jeans.
You got the jeans.
Yeah.
Bob
I mean,
plays the field.
runs
He's
the
not
field.
monogamous.
I
He can't
Yeah.
hang with just Tim right now.
All right, so to get into
Yeah,
what the people are
focus.
here for, we are first just going to kind of intro talking about a favorite slasher franchise we have. So let's go, Chucky. What do you got for us? What's your number one?
Well, it's are we gonna? Yeah, okay. I am gonna pick the Scream franchise as my slasher. And may I just say, Bob, you're so you need a Ghostface mask, and you're right there, baby.
You know I have a Ghostface mask back there, right?
Oh yeah,
on the shelf back there.
Slap it on, man, while I talk about some
Do it. Wear it.
Scream. So yeah, let me tell you why I love Scream. So I watched all 6 this week. There it is. Look, they're all coming out of the woodwork. This is great. The only one that doesn't have one.
It's time for collectibles.
You guys are great. But no, I watched all 6 this week to see how they hold up, because I've never really watched them all back to back to back.
Oh.
And it actually is a really solid franchise. In fact, having watched 1 through 4, there it is. What up, GF? I've not, and then watching Scream 5, it plays a lot better if you watch them together. And then even going right into Scream 6, and like, for me, it really makes you love the characters more. And Dewey's performance, like David Arquette in that last film, it is actually pretty spectacular. Like, he's so good, like, and grounded, and it's almost sad watching him, because his fate, and when he eats it, it was more meaningful to me having seen all 6 in a row, because now you really don't want Dewey gone, and it becomes like this thing. And it also makes you sympathetic with Gail. Like, I love Courtney Cox, of course, playing Gail Weathers. And it's just, I've realized too that there's something I love about my horror, and that is I like when my horror has a little bit of funny to it. That's kind of my wheelhouse when it comes to horror. Some people love super gore, blood and guts and all that. But the more I watch this, the more I realized why this one resonates with me. And the cast is really good. The legacy characters, and they really, they connect this thing so well. Even by the way, I also learned you can be stabbed dozens of times with knives and you can live. There is no way that the brother got stabbed, in the last one. They were just going to tell like a pin cushion on that dude. I'm like, okay, finally one of the lead characters dies. Good. You need one of them to die. No, you got cut to the end.
They can't die, Huck. They're the core 4.
They're the core 4. I get it, but they were, you can't stay the core 4 for all the movies. But he was just, what did they forget, the neck or the head? He should have been gone, right? Ghostface, am I right? Exactly. And the other thing that I love too is the consistency of using that one voiceover guy as the character. Really makes Ghostface his own character, no matter who's supposed to be under the mask. And the fact that also physically, I think it's played by the same person, or at least in several of them, it's the same person, because it's the exact same height, no matter if it's the short ass girl from Part 5 or Jack Quaid, who's 6'4". Like, they're the two Ghostface in that one movie. I'm like, you guys are not even remotely the same height. So part of me thinks like the one thing they should do is cast people more on height with Ghostface, but now it doesn't matter. Part of that sort of believability that you have to accept with Ghostface is, one, people can get stabbed to death but not really die. It doesn't matter how tall you are, you can be a 6-foot Ghostface even if you're 5'5". And so I just dig it, man. It's really good, really solid.
Taking one out of the equation, your favorite and your least favorite.
A favorite is still, I think, the first one. There's just something.
No, I'm saying take that. That's everyone's favorite. I'm saying take one out of the equation.
Oh, I thought you meant take one of them out of like.
No. Take what? Oh. Saying one is everyone's favorite.
Oh, okay, all right.
So what's your second favorite?
Yeah. Actually, I'll roll right into 2. I thought 2 was a lot of fun.
Okay.
The legacy characters are still on point at that time. So yeah, I'll go with that one. And even the one I picked the least, I don't really hate. Was my time up? I can't talk no more. I don't know. Like, maybe the last one, because you start to get so far away from the legacy characters and that Neve Campbell isn't in it. However, I do love that it's in New York during Halloween, and Ghostface got a shotgun, which is a really badass image to see that put up there. So, but I don't know. You know what? The loss of Dewey is so impactful. Maybe I'll swap it and just maybe I'll say Scream 5, like the 5th. And then, yeah, so I'll do that. So favorite would be 2 and least would be 5.
Okay.
I say that by liking it all. So Mike's like,
I just rewatched 3 for the first time since it came out last night, and I was like, yeah, it's still not great, but if you watch it as a horror comedy, it's a little better.
Oh yeah, I did. That's the one with the movie guy, right? The guy.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that quite a bit. Again, if you watch them all in a row, there's
Yeah.
a flow to them that you can tell they're doing their homework. Like as they make the next one, they really watch the other ones a lot because there's a lot of little Easter eggs from those
Yeah.
in a lot of the future ones.
I don't like 4.
You don't like 4?
I
Yeah.
hate 4. I despise 4.
I didn't mind it when I saw it in theaters.
Cool. I'll
but
make it my favorite just to piss y'all off.
The only time I saw it was in theaters. I'm like, it's
Oh
okay.
my-
It's Scream.
Oh my gosh.
It's weird
acting
now because it's
for-
like the odd duck of the franchise because it doesn't really fit the first 3.
But Hayden Panettiere
one.
looks so smoking.
Oh gosh. She
She's
is
smoking.
terrible at acting though. And she got worse
Nah.
than 6. I don't know how that was possible. I thought she would have practiced by then.
She was awesome.
All right.
All right, well, Fry Derek, let me guess what you're going to talk about.
Well, if
Yeah.
anybody else want to weigh in on the franchise, you're welcome to talk about your take. I mean, it is like once one of us brings it up, you guys tell me.
I
what you
mean,
think.
you're already Mr. Scream here. If he has anything to, he's just. I mean, I love 1 and 2. Love them. I almost put 1 and 2 like neck and neck.
As
I
one
love them
movie,
both.
yeah.
And then from there, it's a pretty steep hill down. 3 is dumb fun. I don't like 4. I liked 5 when I watched it, and now kind of just I don't know. I think it was the hype of it being back, and I freaking hated 6. I did
Oh,
not.
you hated 6?
Hated 6.
5 and 6 are like the same movie.
They
Except
suck,
for the
man.
shotgun in the 6th one.
Big Bob's staring at. Or sorry, Ghostface is really
Honestly, the
staring
first
at-
one's the only one I actually really like, and everything else I'm like, I like 6 or 2. I'm sorry, I like 2, but it's nothing compared to the first one, and everything after that's like,
So Huck, I agree with you, Huck.
Thanks, Ghostface. He
So
knows I love him.
I agree with you, Huck. I think the problem with part 6 is that
It sucks.
there's too much stabbing and they don't die. So
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
there's 2 Ghostface that hold him up, right? And just start stabbing him.
Oh,
and
just
I think it's
wailing on him.
such a great scene
Oh,
and emotional scene too, and then he survives, and it kind of takes away
cheat-
the emotional impact
Yes.
at the very end of the movie too. And
Yeah.
I don't like the inconsistency. Like that's the one thing with horror movies and slashers in general is that some movies you get stabbed like one time in the stomach and they're dead, and then in Scream you could, and then some Scream movies they'll one stab and you're dead, and then some 30 stabs, and
Oh, yeah.
people just say he's like the Dewey, because in Scream 2 Dewey gets
Yeah.
stabbed like.
Oh, everybody! I noticed if you're gonna get
1
stabbed,
and 2, he's
get
basically like
stabbed in the
Jesus
gut
dead, and then he doesn't.
'Cause because he's right-handed, right? So if you're stabbed in the left side of your gut, you'll survive. Everyone that's stabbed gets stabbed there first,
Mhm.
and they all live.
Yeah, and then Dewey was he had the limp in like part 3, and then it was
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
Yeah, I was like, I forgot he limped in this. Oh,
his
yeah,
nerve
I
endings
cared after that.
went away.
Yeah,
Come
they
on.
started to heal and then unheal. It was a little interesting.
You got better.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that the death of the brother was so good because he was so brutally stabbed that you felt it. And then to take that away, it's like, you cheated us that moment of missing him
Yeah.
by giving him back, But they did the same thing in 5 is the brother and the sister were stabbed to the point where you thought that both of them were dead. And
but
then they're both
Oh,
wheeling
that's right,
in.
yeah.
Mike
wow,
did make
those-
a good point, Huck. He said they're the core 4, so you can't.
Yeah, you can't kill the core
You
four.
kill all the
Right
good
there.
characters. We got to keep somebody around.
Right. All right.
Kill them all. Reset. I hate them
All
all.
right. I got you.
I hate them all.
Next.
Right. Am I next now?
We're
Yes,
done.
I got my little mask here just for shits and gigs, but so I'll throw that back. And my bucket of stuff I have on the desk. Yeah, it's Friday the 13th. I'd show you the thing, but I don't feel like it. But I'm wearing my cool sweatsuit because
I'd show it to you, but I don't feel like it.
it's already. I got things in here.
That's
you'll
the
see.
attitude for tonight.
I've been here all day and I don't feel like doing nothing.
We're all running on like 10%.
Right. But yeah, it's not my favorite franchise, I'll be honest, but I do like it more now than I ever have. And I think my favorite thing about it is that the Friday the 13th franchise, there's a movie in there for anybody. If you hate the first one, which is honestly one of my least favorites, maybe you'll love part 6 because it's so goofy and it's like a Frankenstein zombie movie. If you hate slashers, maybe you'll love Jason Goes to Hell because it's a weird witchcraft voodoo worm movie that nobody likes except for like 7 or 8 people. I'm one of them. Yeah, that's my favorite thing about the franchise. Probably is that no matter what mood you're in, there's a Friday the 13th for you. You can marathon them and have a good time. You can just pick your favorite out and you'll have a good time, regardless of who the killer is or who plays Jason, because they're all pretty damn good in their own right. Kane Hodder's the favorite because he got 4 movies out of them. But every single Jason in every one of those movies does their own little special thing, and that's what's kind of fun about it. My favorite is part 5 because I'm weird, which isn't even Jason, but it's the trashiest of all the movies, and it has the most kills, and it's just gross and hilarious. So I like part 5 for that reason. Roy Byrne superiority for life. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else to say. Everyone's seen these movies 300 times, and I already talked about them for 2.5 hours last week on my channel. So go look at that when we're done here.
Nice plug.
We're there.
Nice.
But yeah, what do you guys think about the Friday the 13th? Because I know it's kind of a love it or hate it franchise
They exist.
for a lot of people. Yeah, like,
They
they are movies,
exist.
right?
Why do I feel like we're crapping on all these franchises already? We're only halfway done.
Well, that's the funny
Everyone's
thing is, like, no matter what franchise you talk about, there's a couple in there that everybody hates.
I think we're leaning on more than a couple.
Yeah. Friday
Like,
the
we all
13th.
pretty much crapped on the whole Scream except for the first one, but that's all right.
No, the second one's good.
Yeah, the one thing I love about Friday the 13th is that he's sort of this unstoppable sort of Frankenstein machine, and that there's some charm in that, but also the drawback. Because, like, to me, it's kind of fun when your villain has some snark, right? Like right. Freddy and Ghostface and all that, they can like toss out some snark and stuff. But the silent ones, the kills have to be amazing because that's what the silent killer's there for. So if the kills are dull or the story's dull, then the silent killer isn't that dynamic, right? Because all he can do is kill.
Yeah,
so,
that's how he speaks, is through his kills.
Yeah, he speaks through his kills. Yeah, I let my work talk for me.
Yeah, exactly. They're artists. They're not linguists.
Right? That's his canvas. Your face is my canvas.
Yeah.
Derek, I absolutely love Jason Lives.
No, part 6. Yeah, it's my son's favorite too. That's the first Jason I showed him. It's hilarious. We were talking about it today in the car.
Is it? Yeah.
I like the final girl in that one. If you want to call her a final girl, I mean, she's the Why you give me that look for?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't got much to say on Friday the 13th. So go ahead.
No, Jason Lives. Honestly speaking, part 6, 7, and 8, I kind of grew up with those ones. So a lot of people grew up like, depending on which ones you grew up with. So everyone seems to hate Takes Manhattan. That's the first Friday the 13th movie my dad ever showed me. So part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan has a soft spot in my heart. Like, my dad loves the scene on the roof with the boxer. And
that was my favorite part. That was my favorite one too as a kid. That was the first one I ever watched.
So exactly, yes. I grew up with that. So that one, like, my dad really enjoyed showing me that as a kid, and I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. That ended up being number 2, I think, on our overall ranking.
Oh yeah, that ranking was.
I was like, I cannot believe Jason Takes Manhattan ends up the second best movie in this franchise. It was amazing. Yeah, it was all for Cody. I cheated for him.
All right, Tim, what do we got to talk about?
All right. Well, this is thanks to Derek, because Derek initially picked this, but he was kind enough to let me, since I didn't really want to talk many other ones. You guys picked all the good stuff. So I am thrilled to talk Nightmare on Elm Street because I freaking love these movies. I don't care what he says. You guys say best horror.
His face.
Best horror icon right here, Freddy.
Let me see that.
Oh no! Don't you touch
it? He's gonna throw it.
I'm gonna fix it.
Don't worry, it's not worth it. You can throw it.
Freddy is way more terrifying than any of the rest of them. Than a guy walking slow at you or a guy making a phone call to you. You can't escape Freddy. There is no escaping Freddy. The best they've come up with is pills to make you not dream. Past that, you're screwed. What's more terrifying than that? You have to go to sleep. He's terrifying. He's funny. He has cool kills, and he's terrifying.
You said terrifying.
He's terrifying.
4 times.
He's terrifying.
5 times.
Terrifying.
But you can bring him into the real world, and then he's kind of like, "What the heck?"
Yeah.
But it never ends up working out though. He's always back. And
they're all always back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Depending on how much the movie makes,
Except mine are always played by different people.
But
Yours
a
are the
guy
same.
walking like I really love the first two for Michael, but a guy walking really slow is not really that scary. And that's
Yeah.
exactly what both Jason and Michael are. They just walk really slow at you. It's not the same.
It's
I much
situational.
prefer
Much better.
Nightmare.
There you go. Take that wrapper off.
Nightmare
He's
is
my favorite too, so hence why I originally picked him. that's the first horror slasher I watched in completion and loved, and rented the tapes at my grandma's house and watched with all my cousins, and my youngest
But,
cousin would hide behind the TV so she didn't have to see it. I don't know why she just didn't go upstairs, but yeah. So that's my young memory of watching all the Freddy's.
and I will say
back every year.
New Nightmare is my second favorite. And without New Nightmare, we don't have Scream the way we do. You owe
Right,
New
yeah.
Nightmare for Scream.
Hey, I like New Nightmare a lot. That's
New
crazy.
Nightmare is at worst like the third or fourth best of that franchise. At worst. But yeah, I love New Nightmare.
So what it sounds like is you would love to see Friday the 13th rebooted, but Jason can haul ass like the zombies in the Zack Snyder.
Well, that was the
Oh,
remake.
like the Friday the
for
13th
Friday
remake.
the 13th.
I just
What would I
like
say?
Hug-
Yeah, Friday the
I
13th.
just like the way Hug said haul
Haul
ass.
ass.
Oh,
Haul
That's
ass.
why I love the
that's the
remake
best thing about
Friday.
the 13th remake is that Jason's actually like scary as hell and he
I
runs
just
like
rewatched that.
He's
and it was
terrifying.
a lot of fun.
Oh, I didn't see any of those. Well, never mind.
Wait.
Oh,
a
he's
one,
so
so
good
it
in
won't
that
take
one.
long.
I
He's a
retract my
beast.
statement.
Watch it, it's fun.
And
It's like 4 movies in one.
I will say too, besides when you get to like 6, Nightmare 6 might be like one of my least favorite. But I enjoyed mostly all of them like quite a bit. 2 got a lot of hate. I love 2 now. 2 is great.
Oh, two's fantastic.
Yeah, 2 grew on me so much. Like I think it was because it was so different when I was younger. I didn't quite get it. I love it. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. I love 4. New Nightmare. 5 is decent. 6 is
6 is fun and stupid, so I still
Yeah,
really like it.
yeah.
Mike, do you enjoy 4, 5, and 6?
For a Nightmare?
Freddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like 4, 5, and 6. The only one I don't like is number 2 because it makes no sense how Freddy comes out of the person and then is in the real world at the pool party slashing. To me, that made no sense. And
I just like seeing Derek do the dance to number 2. Very
Oh, that is a
entertaining.
good dance scene.
Yeah.
I can do a dance while I take a number 2 if you want.
I didn't say that.
Don't shut me up.
I think, is this working? I don't think you heard you right.
But yeah, number 2 is it's the Halloween 3 of the Nightmares.
I was just
Yeah.
going to say that.
That's the one nobody liked when it came out. Now everyone's like, "Oh wait,
Makes
it's good
sense
if you
why I
watch
don't
it
like
on
it
its
because
own
I don't
merits."
like Halloween 3. That makes
Halloween
sense.
3 is fantastic. Shut your mouth.
You're fantastic.
Don't make me grab
Wow.
Halloween 3 merchandise.
Okay, so we're
And
talking
fuck them.
Halloween now. Okay, Halloween
Oh.
is amazing.
Segue,
Of
there you
course,
go.
that's why I'm repping it.
There it
For
is.
me, Michael Myers is the perfect boogeyman, and he didn't have a lot of explanation of why he was evil. At least when the original came out, he was just evil because he was evil. That was it. Simple enough. So the original Halloween's the best. H2O is perfect because you get a Laurie Strode down properly.
Strode down.
actually.
Throw down.
Strode down?
That is Strode down.
Throw down.
That's pretty great.
You get a proper one, unlike Halloween ends for you. Okay. So Halloween has a lot of high highs and low lows. Like I said, ends is the bottom for me. Halloween, Rob Zombies 2 is the bottom for me. Those are so weird. There's like that white horse and everything, and his mom's there. I don't get what that's all about. That's like turning him into Jason with the mom issues.
Bob got.
But yeah, I've always loved the original Halloween. I watch that one every spooky season, but then H2O is a close second for me. But Halloween 3 is great. It's good. That's getting some recognition finally. But 4 is fantastic. I don't like 5 and 6 though. Like stopping him with some rocks and him getting with the,
I
no,
like 6.
it's
I'm
weird. It gets weird. Yeah, I don't know. 6 doesn't work for me.
Halloween ends is so bad, man.
Oh, ends. Oh my gosh. Oh. I mean,
I
there's
still
no
don't own
surprise
it.
in there. I mean, for 15 minutes, and then he's wheezing and he's getting beat up by this band nerd, and it's like, what the
Yeah.
heck is going on
You
here?
don't like Christine Zero? That's all it is.
I didn't know Ken was going to be here. I'm going to be in trouble.
It's a
Yeah.
prequel to Christine. That's all it is.
But yeah, like I said, high highs and low lows for Halloween. To me, Friday and Scream are the most consistent franchises. That's the only bad thing about Halloween.
Yeah. Halloween's probably the most inconsistent. I would agree, but Like the highest high of Halloween is far better than the highest high of Friday the 13th.
Oh god, yeah.
And the lows are probably comparable. Actually, I probably like the worst Friday the 13th movie more than the worst Halloween movie. I'll take anything over Halloween Ends again.
Oh gosh, Halloween Ends. Oh my gosh, that's a tough watch, and I think it gets better on rewatches if you don't think of it as a Halloween movie. Like if you can just think of it as a spooky anthology tale, it works a little bit better, but still not good.
Oh, Tim's losing it. Somebody farted or something.
Bob's tickling him.
Well, we know Tim loves Halloween over there. Huck, you love Halloween too, or what? What is that?
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Is that Johnny?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's John.
Is that Johnny's work?
I love how fast this stuff like that happens.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, I love the Halloween franchise. I even rewatched one. It'd been a long time since I'd seen one, and it held up really well. Like it holds up super good. And I know it's like slow, and he's just like standing there. But I mean, there was something about that choice that Carpenter made that really works well for that original one. But 2 kicks ass too.
1, 2, and 3 is such a great start to the franchise.
Yeah.
I don't mind 4, but it goes down. 1, 2, and 3 though. I freaking love 1, 2, 3.
A lot of
Yeah.
people's
1 and 2
favorite
make
is
it good.
4. Derek,
Not me.
is 4 your favorite, Derek?
3's my favorite.
3. 4 is out
1's
there.
the best. 3's my
I know
favorite.
Fish's favorite is 4, and a couple other people liked 4 a lot.
A lot of
Yeah,
people.
I'm not on that train.
To me,
I never even
four,
saw 4 and 5 until I got the Screen Factory set. That was the first time I ever watched 4 and 5, but I grew up on 1 and 2 and H2O, which is like the best version of that trilogy you can get it.
Yeah, I like H2O a lot too. Yeah,
Yeah.
4 would be like 5th in line or something.
Yeah.
For me.
I like Resurrection for a stupid, fun 2000s horror
Yeah,
movie. And I like Curse of Michael Myers
comedy.
more than anybody else, it seems like. But I like the producer's cut more. It makes more sense. It's weird, but it makes more sense than
The
the
one where he gets killed with like a pipe instead of rocks.
yeah. They like run after him with a pipe in a hallway instead of like actually trying to make a story.
Both are so bad. It's like a pipe or rocks. So what's the what's the poison?
I like the curse getting transferred to Dr. Loomis at the end though, and then he had to die in real life before the movie came out and kind of ruined it. Stupid Donald Pleasant
Ruined it. Thanks a lot.
ruined it.
You just had to go and die.
He just had to be like 80 years old, like a jerk.
All right, so we covered our favorite franchises. Bob, did you want to throw another one out there? I know you're a Scream person, but any other one you want to mention?
I got one. I'm just gonna throw this out there. I'm not gonna say it's like my favorite, but just because it's in his collection, I don't have crap to pull. So let's talk about the Hatchet franchise.
What?
So I just pulled something random off the shelf, but it worked.
So random. No one talks about.
I've seen the 4th one, sadly, and that's it.
Hatchet, honestly though, some of the greatest practical effects. It's extremely gory. And I got to meet Tony Todd at the premiere of Hatchet 2, so that was a pretty cool experience.
Oh, nice.
And no, it's a fun franchise. Victor Crowley, which is the 4th one, is not very good at all.
That's the only one I've seen.
Yeah, it's
Oh god.
that's
It has some fun cameos, like the guy who hosts the new Mystery Science Theaters, like the first kill in the movie. He's like, what the hell is
so
he
Oh,
doing?
yeah?
you're a fan if you have the first 3 at least.
I never saw the 3rd. I only saw the first 2 Hatchets.
So you like
I know
Adam
one of the
Wingard.
guys who was in the movie, the
I
guy who
saw
like wrote the book that
Those
the
are
4th one's
great.
based on. Like, I'm friends with his wife. Like, we used to work together. So I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know he had anything to do with this movie.
It's a fun
So that
franchise.
was fun to watch it for that reason.
If
And
you
not
like gore, you'll like Hatchet because
Mm-hmm.
it's really just gore. Like that's what you're
it
watching.
does have really good kills. Even the 4th one that everyone seems to.
Ridiculous, over the top kills and
Yeah.
all that stuff. But Victor
Kane Hodder
Crowley,
too, right?
really, Derek? You started with Victor Crowley?
I was on an episode of Joe Bob. That's why I watched it. I was like, I haven't seen that. Sure, I didn't know it was the 4th one until I started it, and I was like, I'm in it now. But it's
Wonder
Kane
why
Hodder
he
though,
wasn't
right?
watching
Isn't it
those three.
those movies?
What's up?
It's Kane Hodder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
like
a
they
good
designed that
focus
character
on
like
it.
for him,
Okay.
so that's kind of cool.
Well, it's a
My
good,
buddy Kane Hodder.
it's a good franchise. And Tiana's never seen any of the Hatchet movies.
It is most certainly.
Hey,
a
I've
good
never
franchise.
seen them either, so I need to get on that.
You know, fun
Mike-
fact, Kane
Mike-
Hodder was a fun fact.
Mike-
Kane Hodder was in Steel Frontier.
If
Ah.
you
Oh,
like
nice.
for-
Was he your stuntman?
yeah, we keep looking. We looked in every store for Steel Frontier and can't find it.
Oh,
And Tim was cussing at this.
Oh, I called you out in my newest
He
video
was
going
like-
up. Yeah.
He's like, I'm sick of this, Huck.
Oh
So
shit,
you-
good. All right, well, there you go.
This movie doesn't even exist, does it?
It's fake. He printed that out. He's like, I was in a movie.
Right, well, shot the scene in the backyard.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, I called in, Bo Svensson and Brian James to do it, but it's all right. It's all good.
All right, you guys ready to roll in a collecting video for real now?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's do that.
All right, let's hit it.
I hope
This
we
is
react as well
Chris
as we do to the
McNerney,
intro.
and Huck just wanted me to show some of my collectibles with you. So here are some of my favorite hot toys.
Oh,
I just wanted
man.
to show you my most recent
That's
hot
the
toys, and it's
flasher.
Loki
You got
from
some
the
meat right
TV
there.
show Loki, the TVA version of Loki.
It's
It
nice.
comes with so many cool things, including daggers and
It's only to watch the
the
new
three
season.
favorites of mine. The
Yeah,
three
Miss
different
Minutes.
Miss Minutes.
Those
figurines.
are great.
These are the figures, which look really, really sweet. Kate
I
Bishop
want-
right
always makes
here
great
looks awesome,
Oh, they're nice.
and of
Oh.
course Scarlet Witch.
See, a
Elizabeth
witch.
Olsen.
It fits
They
on
both
me.
look so great, and they come with so much too. There's Marty, and he's
Oh,
like
nice.
my
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
one. There's
That's
Harley
great.
Quinn,
That's
who's really
good.
awesome.
That's not
And then
right.
there's Rocket down
Like
here
a
with the little
rocket.
baby Groot he comes with, and he's got the guns,
baby
which is
Groot.
really awesome. And he's got the backpack on him, and little baby Groot there. This is the box art for the
Oh, that's
Rocket
cool.
Hot
Yeah,
Toy.
these things are great.
Got this Funko Pop, which I usually don't get, of Baby Rocket. And then I got this Rocket Raccoon collection of comic books from when he was first introduced, which I've been reading. And then this Harley Quinn's Villains of the Year comic book signed by J. Scott Campbell, actually. Just for the heck of it, I wanted to throw these two
Sweet.
into the video. This cool Back to the Future program from Part G.
That's a Huck's Alley right there.
And, of course, the book that
Oh, nice.
had in
Look.
and
I love that.
Quantumania
That's awesome.
actually came out, too.
I kind of want to
Beyond. It was a lot of fun. Good luck with the show.
What?
Yeah.
That was so fucking stupid. Pure horseshit. The death of horror right here in front of us.
Who
I
did
jumped.
this?
Scared me.
Mike.
Mike put that in there?
Yeah, nice, Mike. I like
Mike.
that.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice touch.
And look, that was a fun look. I think it was crapped on 4, but I love that the 3 intros to number 4. It's like one girl they
I
get killed,
crapped
these
on
two they
four
get
too,
killed.
but it's in there at the
Hey, don't be spoiling the next videos, Huck.
Ah!
Let more collecting videos come up, man.
Can I just say one thing really quick? I know it's your guys' show. I apologize. But I was telling Tim while that video played, what I appreciate watching people like even being here with Tim on Friday, and then just obviously this whole get together this weekend, watching people like share their collections and the passion behind it. Whether no matter what it is, whether it's Funko Pops or figurines or action figures, whatever it is, you could see the passion when they're talking about, like the way Tim talks about posters, or even just when he showed me his collection, you could see the passion behind all 4 of them. And then your roommates with the books and everything.
Yeah.
It's just cool. I appreciate stuff like that. I nerd out over that.
And then later on, Bob showed his passion towards Tim, so that was all
Yep.
good.
He's
Full
collecting Tim
circle.
now.
It's okay. It's all good.
He's
Very
kidnapping
cool.
me.
You're gonna have a
taking me home.
collector's club video, and you're gonna have like Tim's corpse in like a glass. Like,
This is
here's my latest.
my ultimate collectible.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, we're going to get into our first segment here. That was a good kind of a transition, but we're going to go to the collector's choice. We're going to show off some amazing slasher horror collectibles. So let's get into this. Huck, you are ready to show some stuff off?
I mean, I guess. Let me just.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
Beat
Start with
that.
my chainsaw, just because I can get it out of the way. A lot of stuff, y'all. Oh, it's Mike instead of me.
Mike's turn.
Mike,
There he is.
Sorry.
go back.
I'm so
Wait,
excited to
go,
see how
go
you
back.
do it.
No, go back and
You
now
just gotta, like,
drag
click and
me,
drag him over there.
drag
Drag
me
you.
into your spot.
There
There it
you
is.
There we go.
All right, there you go. Hey,
I did the same thing. Don't feel bad.
see everybody's pretty face. All right, there it is. There's my
Oh,
slasher
holy
dude.
brand superiority.
Oh yeah, this is the one that puts literally a hole in my head. See that divot right there?
Oh, I want that mask. I
Put
can
like
never
a
find
hole
it.
in my head.
5 mask.
All right, let's see. Got a couple cool signs there.
Nice.
Little Elm Street there.
Yeah.
Here we go. And look at this, counting down to Halloween, y'all. Hang on. Come on. Come on. Let's see. Focus. There we go. Hold on. There we go.
Let it watch your face for a second. Yeah.
And look, so this little thing here, when you first buy it, I didn't know what it was because if you turn it this way, it looks like a lightning bolt, you know.
It's a
So
poorly
it
drawn
was
flash
all
symbol.
white. So I painted it silver with a black handle and put the blood on it. So
Oh,
it
nice.
looks like, and my wife didn't even know that. She thought this is how it came because that's how it should have
would've
come.
assumed
So yeah, and then you just put I forgot what's today, 21st. There you go.
Something like that. I don't know.
Oh, by the way, right behind me. Hang on. There you go. There he is.
Oh, nice.
Nice. I saw that today. It was at Party City.
And a little bit further up is Camp Crystal Lake right there. All right. Oh, let's see. All right, here we'll do the Funkos first. There we go. Check it out. Little Jason Voorhees.
Nice.
All right. And of course, you got to get all the slashers in there. There's Michael Myers with his little
I'm
bloody
tempted to
knife.
buy all those, but I have nowhere to put them.
And the Freddy Krueger. Those are the three I got there.
Well, there goes.
Now Mike's got nothing to show, Huck. Why'd you do that for?
You can share the same stuff. Look, by the way, so behind Derek when he gets there, he's got the Bates Motel. That's one I want to. All right, and now, I'll just show. Oh, first of all, and we're drinking out of the Friday the 13th mug.
I almost bought that today.
Oh, dude, it's great. It's got the
Yeah,
machete
I love
handle.
that one.
It's a little strange to hold. You have to figure out like which
Yeah.
finger goes where because it's kind of small. All right, and now we're going to get into all the movie maniacs. So here you go. You got your Tim. You'll dig this little axe there.
Wait, Evil Dead falls into slasher.
I have two of those, but I
Well,
didn't grab
well, I
them.
mean, you know, he uses the chainsaw and slashes people
He
up,
slashes things like that.
right? I mean, that's the thing. Is like where's the gray area? You know, chainsaw slash, right? Right.
I'll take it, I guess.
Well, then you're gonna hate this guy. So there's the
You're
chainsaw.
gonna show all my movie maniacs now. And then Mike and I are gonna have nothing to show.
Quite possibly the lamest item I have.
Oh my God. I'll just show him a couple at a time here.
Oh, those
So
are
you got Freddy Krueger and Mike Myers there. All right, almost done. Look at that badass Jason Voorhees and
Oh, Norman Bates.
Norman Bates, and of course,
Spoiler warning, jeez.
oh, and the last one we get there is good Michael. I mean, Bob, you like that little ghost face, and finally I got the lanyard from camp. So I'm a camp counselor over at Camp Crystal Lake. It's got the whistle, the tag, the lanyard. So there you go. And that's it. That's my stuff.
All right. Well, over to Derek.
All right. Well, Huck showed all my stuff.
Well, I
was
said
gonna-
earlier
I
that
was gonna save the Norman Bates for later, but I got him too.
you can
got a
still
little
show
plush
it.
Freddy I was gonna show for when Tim was talking and I forgot, so my bad.
Nice. I like
My
that.
little plush Michael Myers. He's
I
adorable.
like that too.
I have a film cell from Halloween that I forgot I still had from like the 2001 DVD release. So I grabbed that. I got this other movie maniac Freddy that Huck didn't show, I don't think.
Nice. That's a good one.
His claws all broke off and his hat's in a different box somewhere.
I know these things are so fragile.
generate. Especially when you have a 4-year-old
Yeah,
who's
See,
He's so
Texas
happy.
chainsaw. He's got Texas chainsaw. Come on.
I got Candyman with his hook broken off.
Oh, that's awesome.
I got same Michael Myers you had there.
Nice.
I got the Toonie Terrors though. I got Toonie Terrors, Michael Myers. All the accessories are like
Did your Mike have his knife break off too? Mine broke off.
probably.
Oh,
I got
so
Ghostface. He was buried in there. Otherwise, I would have grabbed him earlier.
Did you get that at Best Buy?
The Ghostface?
Yeah.
I bought most of those at like Target. I think. I got the Jason Goes to Hell Jason as well. I had
Yeah,
Jason. X,
that's
I
a
had
good
Jason
one.
X, but I sold him a few years back. Freddy, that's the one you showed there.
Yeah.
He's got the little puppet Freddy that comes with him too. I got Chucky.
Oh my gosh. That was
From
That's a bad hair day for Chucky.
That's a good hair. That's like me on a Tuesday.
Yeah, it's like me with Tim's wig on. He's just missing his chainsaw right now, but that's the 2003 Leatherface. Ghostface with his broken knife, because that's what happens.
Yeah, I know. We gotta like find
Why
out.
are all these toys broken?
Stop
Leatherface.
playing with them together.
They're on display and they like to do this for no reason. Off the shelf.
Yes, they take a header and
Yeah.
then you hear snap.
More Toonie Terrors here.
He's playing
Jason
with the
Freddy.
toys and then he breaks them off.
They're adorable.
They stab the other toys.
Here, I'll show some mini pops just to ruin Mike's day even more. Got Jason and Freddy. I'm literally taking these from one box and throwing them into another. Got the Spirit Halloween keychain of Michael Myers. It's not a slasher, but I have my Halloween 3 mask I already showed on the last show, so I won't do that. It was literally just holding my stuff. Got the Halloween 6-year-old Michael Myers Trick or Treat Studios mask. And I think that's it. I got my glass. That's right. My Halloween 2 glass
Yeah.
from Spirit.
What was that, like 25 items?
Well, Hux
I
took
knew
it.
Derek was going to do that.
And my 18-inch
Oh,
Michael
up
Myers,
to know he's
which I
talking.
think still works.
Yeah. He works. Does he make a noise? What do you mean works? Like stares at you?
Yeah, it's silent.
I heard
Hey,
it.
You're right. He does work. He stares at you silently.
Can you not hear it?
No,
I
he's
heard it.
shaking your
Oh,
head
it's so
like he's
loud.
doing something.
I barely heard it.
It's so loud. It's the same original batteries, too, from like 25 years ago. All right, I'll stop now.
Oh wait, now Derek, behind you, at least point to the Bates Motel and the skinny sign.
Yeah, Jester toured it earlier.
Yeah.
Bates
That's
Motel.
what I was
Yeah,
gonna
my
show.
I was gonna show that.
Judith Myers tombstone and my Michael Myers lamp and my Camp Crystal Lake flag
Okay,
and my
yep.
Guy's
I
ruler
will.
and my Friday the 13th poster
Poster.
and my Jason sign and my Scream knife that's covered up by Slim over there. Yeah, I got some crap.
Yeah, that's why I wanted you to show that because I had the skinny one too, but I can't get up. I'm not gonna.
And I had to have the Crystal Lake sign, but it's out there and I want to grab it. I knew you had it, so I let you do
I showed that for you. See how we
it. Teamwork.
now Mike's. Tim's just disappeared.
Sorry.
He's grabbing his
All right,
14.
Tim, you gotta show 30
Oh,
items.
wait. Oh, by the
I
way-
tell Bob to be careful because this thing is like $500.
It's really heavy.
Wow. By the way, Ken is here, Bob, and he's like, "What is Bob doing there?" Oh,
Yeah, I
look at
know. I tried to.
He hasn't been around.
I
So-
didn't know Ken was gonna make an appearance.
So that is a 1/4 scale, and we got Ghostface here, which is 1/6. As
Yeah.
a person, these are 12 inches. So
I got 12 inches
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah, take it easy.
you got like 18 inches.
Not
I've
that kind
got
of.
12 inches.
I've got 18. You're right.
Yeah.
Is this just a dreamers thing here? What's going on?
But
Drop it. No.
But yeah, I love these 1/6 figures. Same things that Chris showed, and that statue is freaking amazing by PCS.
I love that one, yeah.
I don't have the quantity you guys do. I don't have a whole lot of slasher stuff. Some of my favorite horrors, not. I don't think of Evil Dead as slashers. So that's why I didn't grab. But yeah, I do have that, and I have this.
I feel like I know.
And your
But
sweatshirt
Tim-
you're wearing.
Yeah, Tim, your two pieces add up to everything we just showed collectively.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So
yeah.
it works out.
Okay, we have to carefully put these back now.
I know. Be careful, Bob.
Especially the statue. Yeah.
Okay, I still have some items. Yay. All right.
And Mike, you can repeat. It's okay.
Oh, no, I got items.
I
got
did
slasher stuff.
briefly.
Well, we'll start with our Scream popcorn
Oh,
bucket.
nice.
Still wrapped up. So
Yes.
And where'd you get that from? Was it the theater?
ordered online through Cinemark, I think it was, but they had it at the theaters. But
Oh, okay.
I didn't have a Cinemark by me, so I had to order it.
Yeah, I don't have them either.
Same with these bottles of Scream. Look at that. You got a bloody one if you want.
It's like a bloody variant. It's adorable.
Yep. So got both of those. All right. And then we have a different Michael Myers plush. The hair is all like, "Whee." So this
That's the
kind
same
of-
one. Mine just went through the dryer and got all like froey.
Oh, well, there you go.
That looks like Derek on a Tuesday.
Yeah. Put the
All
Timberlake
right.
back on.
And then, of course, we got a little mini Chucky over there.
Yep.
All right. We got to have our Morpies. Look at little Chucky.
What's up with his eyes? What is that?
That's like venomized Chucky.
They're Morpie, right? Morpies.
It's like Spider-Man eyes.
Mopies from
Is
Funko.
that-
They didn't
that's
work
like
out so well.
It's like
Do
a
they all
venom
look like
you got on
that?
this.
'Cause that's
They do. I got more.
Because they're terrifying.
Look
that
at
one's cute.
Little Jason.
that one doesn't look as.
The black eyes work better than the white eyes.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Well, let's go, Michael.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Oh, those look sad.
Well, yeah, I was like,
It's like,
"Aw."
ooh.
And then I have the other ones. We'll get to them, but let's get to the pops first. So we got this Chucky all bruised up.
It's like Conan O'Brien's hair.
We
is
got
the
the
same.
clean Chucky, just the one scar. All right, let's see. Oh, this Chucky's really messed up. He's in the cart.
Oh my god.
Chucky
Yeah.
on cart.
He's bruised up.
Yeah.
Weird.
All right, let's see. And then we had a ghost face.
Oh, that's cool.
We have to have Leatherface, you know,
I like that one.
with the makeup on there.
The pretty face, yeah.
Yep. Look at that.
Oh my God.
I like the head on your head.
And then Norman Bates, of course.
With the wig coming off. Nice.
All right, and then I had a Michael Myers as well, but Huck had that.
Throw it
Yeah,
away.
Huck had the Jason, right?
Yeah.
Huck just had everything except for Tim
No, I
Stafford.
didn't. I
Little
did not.
ghost face.
Oh,
Mhm.
Sad ghost face.
the ones with the black eyes like that are adorable. But
Yeah,
the
the Freddy too.
The Krug.
F crew as we call them here. Jesus.
Oh my god, ew.
The glove doesn't stay down, so it's like just hanging up.
It happened.
Sticking himself. Now I know what to get Tim. Look at that.
All right.
It's
And then
all of
we
them.
have Freddie Funko as Hannibal Lecter.
That's what it is, an
Oh
animal.
my God.
That's
Look at
actually
that.
great. Also,
Blood. Yeah.
blood on the mouth is hilarious.
All right. Let's see. What else do we got? Well, I had a Scream mask, of course. Then you got to have your Scream phone to make your calls, you know.
Just having
And
a phone by your desk at all times.
Of course, yes. You got to be able to make those mobile calls. I think that's everything I had.
And the mask on your head.
And the mask, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, right, the mask.
Wow, that fits you incredibly snug.
Yep.
Almost like it was meant to be.
All right, Bob, what do you got?
Yeah.
I
It's like, I have a $500 statue crashing.
Yeah, yeah. Let me go get it.
Oh gosh. that slasher.
that's not.
There you go.
Hold on.
Nice.
Full Hunter.
That's Norma Bates.
That's my bad. I thought that was just slashers. Never mind. I
That's the
hear it.
ooh la la variant of Norma
You're
Bates.
thinking Flasher.
This is bullshit. I showed Michael.
I don't have enough slasher stuff here.
Well, no worries. Well, we can look at another collector's video that was sent in to see some more collectibles. Everybody ready for
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
That's it.
Let us do that.
I scream.
It's so predictable. There's no element of surprise. You can see
Nice.
everything coming.
What's going on, Collectors Club? Mark from Tales from the Shelf here. So Mike
Nice.
asked me to take a video showing off some of my favorite horror collectibles, and I jumped at the chance, so we're going to do a little bit of that for you here today.
Mark.
So the first thing I want to show you guys is this bottle of water. Now this might just seem like a normal bottle of water to you with some rocks at the bottom, but this is actually water from the real Crystal Lake
Oh,
from
nice.
the very first Friday the 13th movie filmed in my home state of New Jersey. So that's pretty cool. Moving over here, this is just
Nice.
a Hereditary screenplay book from the A24 website. Pretty cool. Then a lot of you probably have this Friday the 13th box set. However, what I love about mine is that I have signatures from cast members from the first 8 films.
That's
What
actually
I'm most
better-
happy about is
Wow.
probably
Yeah, very cool.
Kane Hodder here from part 8.
That's better than
At
mine.
one point, I'd like to get the rest of them signed, but haven't had the chance yet. And moving over here, let's
Bugs.
see. Fright Night, signed by
Oh, nice.
Chris Sarandon and Amanda Bierce. Pretty cool.
Sweet.
I've got signatures for various films in here.
He's,
Those
like,
are the
pretty
ones I'm
cool.
most happy about.
It's all right, I guess.
Coming over here, we have a signed framed photo
Nancy.
from Heather Langenkamp
Yeah.
from Nightmare on Elm Street.
Sweet
Pretty
dreams.
cool.
Nice.
Over here we have an original 1982, I believe, Creepshow
awesome.
graphic novel. This is from the 80s. Very cool. I've got it in a protective plastic cover here. They have since re-released this, and it looks mostly the same, except it doesn't have that cool, sort of wear. You can just kind of tell this is older. And then we come over here. This is one of my favorite pieces. This is not an original one sheet.
Oh,
It's a
sweet.
reproduction of Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, but it's got signatures from Mark Patton and Kim Myers.
Very cool.
Cool, and one of my
I've always loved that
centerpieces of my
poster.
collection.
Yeah,
That's
that's
such a
so
great
good.
poster.
Like the bone hand, yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
really
like
about
whatever
it.
you think of the
So,
film, the
have a good
poster's
night,
great.
everybody.
Like I said, I really enjoy 2. 2 is really good.
And that's like what his hand looks like in New Nightmare too, which is kind of funny. Like, haha. You
Thanks,
like
Mark.
it,
That
you
was
didn't
awesome.
know.
I know those were so many autographs. When I saw that for the first time, I'm like, dang, that was some work to get those.
Mhm.
Mark's a good dude.
Went to cons for 70 years to get these.
Yeah. Back in my day.
Back in my day.
No, Mark's around my age,
Kinda like
so
Tony right
he
there.
was doing some work to get those.
Let me tell
Me,
you.
I'm slacking over here. I don't got no autographs. So.
Yeah, I have like one.
Do you
Yeah,
want
no
the autographs, Mike?
If they're free, yeah.
That's kind of how I am.
If they're free and I don't have to wait in a long line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they're very
So-
convenient,
So then you have none.
He's
I
basically
have Adam
gonna
West.
go
That's the best I
autograph-
can do.
He's gonna go and autograph all your Funko Pops for you.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Hey, I could
All
get a custom Tim Talks Talkie Pop made up. I can do it.
I have Tim printed for you. You can do that.
If Derek can get a costume, I can definitely get a pop.
Yeah.
He's got the
They sell them
printer.
at Spirit now.
He's got a VHS printer. He's probably got a Funko Pop printer.
Oh
too.
my God. All right.
All right. Well, let's move on to the next segment here. We have, of course, the cinematic attic. We're gonna- and there's some Easter eggs in here if you want to look
His
at
face is
those.
old.
Yeah.
But we're gonna recommend out some movies. We're gonna recommend a, kind of classic horror title, at least one before the 2000s, and then we'll recommend a modern horror title, one after the 2000s. So, Huck, I know, is prepared with all these recommendations, just ready to go.
Yep, I'm ready. Yep,
He looks
hold on.
prepared. I almost forgot to. Don't feel bad.
All right,
so
Mike, you ready?
I'm down at the bottom. So am I first again, even though I'm down here?
Oh, fine. We'll let Derek go. Go for
Okay.
it.
I'll go.
Just asking.
All right. Yeah, my old recommendation is something everyone's seen essentially at this point, I think. But it is my favorite summer camp slasher movie. Not Friday the 13th, not The Burning, Tim's favorite movie of all time, but
Sleepaway.
Sleepaway Camp.
Yes.
This movie, I never saw this until I bought this Blu-ray, and I've watched it probably 3 or 4 times since. This movie is a hoot and a half, as I always say. Yeah, the ending was spoiled for me long before I ever watched this movie, but it's still a damn fun movie. And what's her name is? What the hell is her name?
Alicia Rose.
Yes, thank you. Like the one who lives off of Comic-Cons and such.
Yeah,
whoever-
she was
whoever
just
she is.
Son of Monster Palooza.
I'd like
She's
to
really
meet her
cool in
one
it,
time.
but it has like I don't even want to say them like on YouTube for the sake of it being Mike's channel. There are some lines in this movie, I tell
Yeah.
you, that I find hilarious, but I will not repeat. But yeah, it's just a fun movie, and it seems very grounded until the ending is like a shocker, but it's not like that weird of a situation. Like it's totally believable. But then you got this weird mom character who seems like she's living in a fantasy world, like intercut through this movie. And whenever she's in the movie, it's a different movie entirely. So I was very off-put by that the first time I saw this. But once I got past that, I had a great time with this. The kills are fun. And the people who get killed in this movie, like a lot of times, there's those horror movies where you just want to see everybody die because they're a boring character and you don't care. This movie, they're fun characters for one reason or another, but you hate them, so you want to see them die. And that's what makes this one slightly more fun than the average slasher movie to me. So that's my classic recommendation. And the second and third one are fun too, but I don't have those because I'm an idiot. I'll buy them on the inevitable 4K box set.
The ending's so shocking though. Like if you don't know the ending and you watch it for the first time, I was like jaw dropped, like what the heck just happened? So audience out there, if you haven't seen Sleepaway Camp, go in completely blind. You're gonna love it.
Which wasn't there a con recently? Was it the one you were at, Huck, that someone dressed up with the censored across?
Yeah, and had the Felicia Rose mask where she's like,
Yeah, I showed my
And
wife
then-
that. I saw that guy's person or whatever.
I mean, it was great.
That person's video with the mask at the con. I was like, oh, Huck was there. He saw this person.
Yeah, it
Like
was
with her,
hilarious.
like getting the picture taken. It was great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And then my newer, I think it's from what, 2018? 19. Wow, it's even newer than I thought. Slasher movie is one of the only newer horror movies I actually really, really liked the first time I watched it. Once again, thanks to Mr. Joe Bob Briggs at the last drive-in. Never heard of it until I watched it, and that is Haunt. It is a very, very cool haunted house movie that is also a slasher. It is, I don't want to say it's Saw-like because it's like a trap, but they are trapped within this haunted house, and these creepy, masked up clown people are essentially after them, and they're just trapped there all night long, and they have to figure out a way to get out of this thing. It's fun. I don't want to talk about it too much, but is the writers of The Quiet Place, which I thought was interesting. They also directed the film, I believe. But yeah, if you haven't seen Haunt,
No, they didn't.
Watch it.
They didn't direct it quite. Oh, you're saying they directed Haunt?
They directed this. Yeah.
Yes, they did. Yes.
Yeah,
they
they're
did.
not John Krasinski, Bob. I know who John.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway, Derek, Haunt, 2 thumbs up for that. Yeah,
Yeah.
A-okay.
Haunt is great. I need to
And
watch it again,
so
but it is fun.
We
And I-
recommended that to all of you. to
No,
watch.
no, no.
I recommend this to the
To
world.
the audience.
Yeah, that,
But I
that-
haven't seen that movie, so I should check it out.
It is
Oh
good.
yeah, Mike
If-
would
if-
like that.
Yeah, this one's a reasonably priced Blu-ray. I think
Well,
it's just the
what's
standard
funny is
version. Yeah.
I watched the crap fest that is Hellfest, and I messaged him telling him how much I hated Hellfest, and he recommended me to watch Haunt, which has similarities, but Haunt was shockingly good. It helped. After watching Hellfest, man,
Yeah.
Hellfest was bad, but I enjoyed Haunt a lot. Other than the characters are so dumb, but it's cool.
Just for going there in the first place. Yeah.
Yeah, they drove up to a haunted house in the middle of nowhere with nobody there, and they're like, "I'm going in."
Yeah.
Also, here's my cell phone.
I won't spoil it, but one at all. This isn't a spoiler, because I wouldn't do that. But the ending of Haunt, you know how a lot of horror movies have stupid endings? Killer pops out, and cut to credits, stuff like that. I don't like that stuff, right? Haunt has like one of the best last 2 minutes of a horror movie. Would you say? Would you?
It was a
agree?
really cool end. Yeah.
It is
If I
a
could remember the
very,
ending as
as
well
a
as you,
horror
I would
fan,
say
it is
yes,
a
but-
very rewarding ending.
That's
I
cool.
remember not
I haven't
being
seen that
bad,
either.
so-
So
That's a good thing. Yeah, it's really fun. Yeah. If you like what's the one that's kind of like the Toby Hooper one? Funhouse.
I've not seen
You
Funhouse.
seen Toby Hooper's Funhouse? It's
think so.
more like Funhouse than Hellfest. I assume. I haven't seen
But
Hellfest. so I
Haunt
don't
is
want to,
10
thanks to
times
Tim.
better. Haunt
But
is
I would
10
say
times
Haunt is better than Funhouse because Funhouse has like a weird like monster creature.
Oh,
in
I've
it.
seen
This is just like
Funhouse.
real creepy people in a
I have that
haunted
one.
house. So, yeah.
Haunt is way better than Funhouse.
Yeah, I like Funhouse, but I like Haunt better. So if you like Funhouse and you haven't seen Haunt, there you go.
All
All
right.
right, I dig them.
Nicely
You got
done.
your
Derek.
recommendations?
yep, you ready for me? Yeah.
That is
A lot of
it.
talk over say. All right. So my first one, it's one that sort of popped back up and is a lot of fun. Now this, is from 1999, and that's Sleepy Hollow. We've got the sword slashing people's heads off, axes, and just lots of beheadings and fun slashes like that. And just the visual aesthetic of this, I feel like this is one of Burton's better films. I think he was sort of tailor made for this kind of like tone, and just the Headless Horseman himself is so well designed. Of course, the original, it's Christopher Walken, back in the
Yeah.
past. He leaves it. But then Ray Park, the guy that plays Darth Maul,
Maul,
ends
yeah.
up playing him, so he's got all the sword shenanigans down. And when the horse comes popping out of the tree and all those, that effect was just so spooky. Of course,
Yeah.
the delightful Christina Ricci was there. There's another slasher prop right back there, which I ended up coming home and realized I had a Sleepy Hollow poster and didn't bring it with me to get it. So I'm like, nah. So what you gonna do? But yeah, and I thought Depp was good in this. This is before he gets too bizarre in some of those Tim Burton collabs that are just unpalatable. I think this is one of the better ones. And I
Yeah,
think
for sure.
Ricci's really great in this as well. Quite fetching, luminous, I should say. Yeah.
Radiant.
So that's the original. And then my most recent slasher watch, very recent, and that is, I don't even have a physical copy yet, and that is Freaky. Y'all, if you have not seen Freaky,
I haven't seen
that
it.
is such a fun movie from start to finish. I think Vince Vaughn is absolutely hilarious because he's frightening when he's kind of like the don't talk a lot killer. But then, if you've seen the trailer, the premise is he swaps body with this girl. And so now the killer is in this teenage, high schooler, and then she is in Vince Vaughn's body. And it's a really fun take on the whole body swap thing. And yes, of course, the fact that a girl's in the guy's body, they do play on that once or twice and vice versa.
That scene in the car with the with the teenager. The
Oh,
Yeah,
God, yeah.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
that was very awkward.
Yeah,
that's
like that one was yeah. And he should have said something. I don't want to ruin that one, but he should have said something like, when you get your other face back, I'm all over you. But no, let's go ahead and kiss a 40-year-old man, 50-year-old man. Oh, anyway, but it was funny though, and some kills, some really good kills in there. All I'm gonna say is chainsaw people, or table saw people. I won't tell
nice.
you who it
Nothing
was,
beats a
but
good table saw kill.
that was a great table saw right down the middle, man. You guys can
Yeah.
see that. So yeah, I enjoyed like the kills in it, and it had a satisfying ending. It's like the kind of thing like I'd like to see another one, but you know, I don't
Vince
think we
Vaughn
can.
has so many good one-liners in that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
That's
he's
what he's
so
made
good.
for.
I mean, and it's nice, like, you know, when you jump into a movie like that, you've got to embrace the supernatural because that is the premise. So you've got to roll with the fact that it's, you know, an enchantment on this, you know, evil dagger that swaps them. So cool. Same way you've got to roll with the Jamie Lee Curtis, Lindsay Lohan, or The Parent Trap with Haley Mills. You
Right.
just got to roll with the premise of how they get swapped and then go all in, and the fact that everyone is cool with it. So once you do, it was a great watch for me. I had a fabulous time. I will be adding that absolutely to the collection. So come
I
on,
enjoyed
Black
it too.
Friday. So yeah,
All
it
right.
sounds like you guys have all seen it though, right?
I haven't actually. No, I've been wanting to since it came out. I just haven't had a chance.
Oh, it's so good. Well, you can get the 4K now because Scream Factory did
Yeah.
a 4K, so might as well.
See, good
I'll get
time.
it eventually.
It's good. It's a perfect
Mostly
horror
no dip.
comedy now. Yeah.
It is, yeah. Like I said, I feel like that's what I gravitate towards. So when it comes to horror comedies, that was
Yeah,
right
it looked
up my
like something I
alley.
would really like. I just hadn't gotten around to it. For sure.
You got Tim.
All right. So for my older pick, it's unconventional for slasher, but I will fight that it's a slasher. Christine,
Ooh,
it's a
okay.
slasher
How?
with a car.
How?
No,
Slashing car.
It plays out just like a slasher, but
It's
it's
the
just
same
a
thing.
car.
It's just a car killing everybody.
Yeah. I love this movie so
Like a
freaking
chainsaw
much.
killing people. Yeah, you just got to roll with it. I'm just gonna say, if your car can kill people, so can my
It's
slash.
all of the horror tropes of a slasher. It just
Yeah.
happens to be a car. I love this one so freaking much. Yeah, this is my favorite Carpenter movie. And the newer one, Bob is texting right now. He's going to love this choice.
Fuck that movie. I'm out of here.
Get out of here,
I
Bob.
wasn't a massive fan of that one
Bye,
either.
Bob. Nice seeing
I
you,
saw you
Bob.
pick that, and I was like, "Oh, Bob hates that," and I didn't know he was gonna like be there.
Hey,
for the minute.
don't look now, Tim. I think Bob grabbed Mike Myers on the way out the door.
Yeah, that's
So-
it.
I'm not even picking this ironically, though, just because Bob was here. I actually dug this. All I heard was hate going into it, and I watched it.
Ah,
I watched it. It is very Gen Z with the comedy. That doesn't bother me at all, not in the slightest. And the ending made it. If it wasn't for that ending, I don't think it would have all tied together. But that ending made the whole freaking movie for me. That last 5 minutes sold me on the whole freaking thing. I had a blast with it. I had a good time. So much hate for it, Bob. And yeah, I had a blast with it. So I don't care if I'm minority or what. I liked it.
Well, maybe
Have
I'll
you
watch
guys
it.
seen that one?
Now that Tim watched it and liked it, I'll watch it.
no,
That's my theory.
I'm not.
He
seen
liked it. I got at least. It's worth watching. It's my theory.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. It was just too Gen Z to me. I'm like, gosh, these characters can't
It
handle
is
that
very
now.
Gen Z, but at the same time, I'm getting closer to 40, but I don't want to be that old man yelling at the sky like
Old man.
kids are different now. I mean,
I'll do that for you.
No, it captures the characters perfect. Like it captures Gen Z perfect. That's true.
Would you say the movie is bussin' or whatever?
Oh,
it is?
I don't know
God.
what that means.
Bussin',
No cap.
Bob.
So, Bob, do you have any old recommendations and new recommendations for slashers?
Yeah. I got one right here. I'm looking for a
Well,
second.
all right, we'll let Mike go, and then you could put because you're searching my collection. All right, so go ahead, Mike.
Pat him
All
on
right.
the head. There.
All right, we'll go with the classic one first. We'll go with 1994's Serial Mom. I wanted to
That's
pick
a good
something
one.
a little bit differently, which this is totally a horror comedy. So if you like freaky, you might like this one. It has like a whimsical score to it, so it doesn't take itself seriously. But basically, it's about a mom that just gets, she gets mad at people for the weirdest reasons. Like she's like cussing out her neighbor on the phone and like playing a prank on her for some unexplainable reason just for fun. And then she starts killing randomly people, just like, okay, she goes after, anybody that messes with her kids. It's so bizarre, but it has that whimsical music to it the whole time. But it's Kathleen Turner. So if you guys know
Yeah,
Kathleen
she's great.
Turner, Yeah, she was in like Peggy Sue Got Married.
Yeah.
Very classic 80s actress.
Romancing the Stone.
You
Just
get
great.
Matthew Lillard in here as well. Is the
Oh.
son, and he works at a rental store, and he loves horror movies. So that's a kind of cool
That's a
callback
stretch.
in there.
Perfect.
But yeah, I mean, there's some really graphic kills in here, but they come out of nowhere because you're like, no, it kind of feels like Leave It to Beaver with all this comedicness, and then like these kills happen, and you're like, okay, that's pretty gross. So it's a weird mixture of a movie, and just how it's played is so weird, and it's like totally obvious that she's the serial killer that everybody's talking about from the very beginning. So it's not even a spoiler. Like everybody knows there's like 100 cops already following her. It's so bizarre. It's a very weird one, but horror comedy, Serial Mom. I'm going to recommend that one. You guys like that one?
I haven't seen it forever, but I have
seen
that copy. It's good.
I've
You
never got
you haven't seen it, Huck?
I have not. Yeah,
You'd
and I
like
was a
it,
big Kathleen
for sure,
Turner
yeah.
fan. I'm not sure how I
Yeah,
missed that.
Kathleen Turner's great. My mother-in-law loves that movie, and she doesn't like anything good. So, it's pretty good.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I got to
It's a
hear
rare
your guys' thoughts when you do watch it, and just the time she's berating her neighbor over the phone. It's like so shocking and random. She's just saying all these foul-mouthed things that come out of literally nowhere because she's like painted as like a sweet mom. It is so bizarre.
I love it.
Like,
All right,
what
I'll check it
the
out.
heck?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's a John Waters movie, so it has like that.
Oh, is it?
John Waters weirdness, but it actually looks like a well-produced Hollywood movie because So if you like John Waters, or like at least kinda, and horror comedies, you'd like it.
All right, and then my more modern one, Malignant. I absolutely love this movie. It's directed by James Wan, and he's my favorite modern horror director. He did Saw and all that great stuff, Insidious. But Malignant, one of his recent ones, I love how it's filmed, the camera angles, like when he does the top down through the house one, that's really cool. I love the shadow transitions. But basically, this one's pretty much about an injury happens to this lady, and then weird things starts happening. She starts connecting like psychologically with these killings that are happening, and then there's a whole mystery to it, so I won't spoil anything, but I love the reveals at the end, and it's totally 80s cheesiness. Once it gets to the third act, you're like, what the heck is going on here? It's bonkers kills. Like, it's just all over the place weirdness. Like I said, it's like a callback to 80s horror movie, so I
Just
really
for-
like Malignant.
For anyone that didn't see it, just the words police station. That's enough.
Oh, yeah. My God.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, sadly. I almost watched it like 2 days ago, but it was
Oh,
like,
Derek, you would
I ain't
love it.
starting
I
that
think.
yet right now.
I think you would like it. I mean,
Tim,
oh,
would you say Police
Okay.
Station is like a John Woo mayhem fest? Right?
Yeah, God, yeah.
It's like on that level, man.
Does this have to be a
It's like the
slasher?
Kingsman church scene.
Yeah.
it's so good. I love Malignant.
Nice picks.
Yeah, I've heard great
Good.
things. I just haven't gotten around to it for some reason. But
All right,
anyway,
Bob, did you find anything yet?
Yeah,
Did you dig anything out of his collection?
Luckily, Tim has some good movies. Some shitty
Luckily,
movies.
yeah. He doesn't have a lot to pick from, but
Go to
He
the
has
other
some
side,
shitty
better.
movies like Bodies, like this garbage. Here, you want to start tossing stuff? Let's
yeah, do it.
Hold on. There we go. All right.
There we go. There we go.
Bob's gonna pick that up and take it when he leaves.
Yeah, step on it on the way out. Whoops.
Okay, so older one. He doesn't have the limited edition release of it. He just has the standard.
I've never
release.
even watched it yet, but go ahead.
Okay, all right, that's fair. This is pretty good. Seen it once. Bought it as a blind buy, and it's got a good Arrow video release. And we've got Phantom of the Mall, Eric's
I
Revenge.
still have to watch that too. Yeah.
It's not like great. It's nothing groundbreaking, right? But it's a lot of fun. It's a fun time. It takes place in a mall, so it takes you back to the 80s. So if you enjoy that type of thing, you'll enjoy this one. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Like I said, I've only seen it once, but it's pretty straightforward slasher, I'd say, and it's a fun time. Have you seen it?
Are you talking to Mike up there? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, there's also another person
Have
here.
you seen that movie?
There's multiple people.
It's a little slow. It's not bad.
I thought you were pulling Chopping Mall. That's what I thought you were pulling.
And next up after that, for like a modern take, I guess 2003.
Yeah, what was the modern
Yeah,
again?
2000. So.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
cool.
good.
All right, I got this covered then. We got Wrong Turn, the original, or you could go with the remake, which is also good. But honestly, Wrong Turn is a gem. I remember I had a great experience because I saw Texas Chainsaw Massacre in theaters with my dad. And then we literally went to the video store and rented Wrong Turn that like night right after we left the theater. So it was a pretty cool experience.
Nice.
But Wrong Turn's good. It's a lot of fun. It's if you're into gore, violence, stuff like that, it's really gory. The sequels aren't nearly as good. They get a lot more silly and stuff like that. But the original's a really, really, really good horror movie. And you also have the beautiful Eliza Dushku, who you met.
Yes.
Absolutely gorgeous, super jealous. And Desmond Harrington's also in the original.
I have no idea who that is.
Shut up.
I know the name, but I can't picture who it is.
But
Okay.
This is gonna turn into that freaky scene, isn't it?
Yeah.
The freaky scene in the car.
Oh yeah, you guys are
Don't
getting pretty
spoil it.
chummy.
Oh God, no.
It is starting to look like the back seat of Freaky.
The only thing, no, I do not.
He's looking longingly at you. I mean, we're
The
just
only
noticing.
thing I need to rewatch the first. The main thing I remember is the axe to the head, which if you've seen it, you know that scene. But I don't remember this that well, like at all. I don't think I've seen 2 through whatever the heck they're on.
so part
I haven't
6,
seen any of them, honestly.
which is not in this.
Yeah, I haven't seen any.
But part 6 is possibly one of the worst horror movies ever made.
Steer
I
clear.
want Derek to do a bad movie Bible on part 6.
Well, if it was in the Bad Movie Bible, I'd do it, but it isn't. So
What?
real book. I'm not just making it up. That's why I do gems like Superman 4.
Get Superman 4. But yes, check out Wrong Turn, and also yes, Johnny said Pauly Shore is in this, and he is.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Is there a loose disc?
I hope he gets killed good.
He's
Pauly
not in
Shore.
it much, I don't think.
But these are fun movies. Thanks for letting me participate in that. Fuck bodies.
Oh my God.
Excuse my language.
He's gonna put it under the wheel of your chair, so when you accidentally back up.
Yeah.
This movie is
I don't know what
anything.
All right. It's good, but let's just move on.
This movie is anything but bussin'.
All right. Well, on that note, we should roll into another collection video.
Let's do it, Mike. Let's
All right.
go.
Rules that
Throw it
one
at
must
the wall.
abide by in order to
Nice.
successfully survive a horror
I love that.
For instance, number 1.
What's up, gang? It's Garrett
The
over
good
at Born to Be Rad. I'm going to do this for the Collectors Club. You're going to get some sneak peek on some stuff I haven't shown anybody yet from my collection, but I'll also show you some stuff that if you're following me and you watch
I
my
assume
movie
Garrett had
room,
done like
you're going
14
to
of
see
these
some
by
of
now,
that here
so I
too.
wouldn't
But I'm going
even
to show you
ask.
some of my cool
It's okay
collectibles
video.
when it comes to slashers. All right, so we'll start here with some Jason
Oh,
Hawks that I
yeah,
have
look at that.
displayed.
Including the
Also
best
have
one.
the VHS
Nice.
tape hockey mask. You come over here.
You're
I got
gonna
a
have so much
signed knife
stuff
by
that you
Nick
just
Castle
ask
and
you
Tony
every
Moran from
month.
Halloween. Got some trick or treat stuff there. Michael Myers mask from part 2 displayed. You've got Rob Zombie's Halloween clown mask. Some Freddy stuff
Freddy
is
is-
displayed there. Another Rob
Gosh.
Zombie Halloween mask, the escape mask.
Yeah, his
Ben
run is
Tramer,
really amazing.
who I talked about on Mike's
Oh,
stream
yeah, I remember that.
last week.
Talk about that.
Got that
Ben
mask
Tramer,
there.
man,
Trilogy
great.
of Terror and a Dick Warlock Part 2 knife signed. Some more Halloween goodies there. Signed Scream mask and knife displayed over in that area here. Danielle Harris signed Halloween 4. And then we're going to come up to Nightmare on Elm Street 2. We've got Mark Patton signed this as well.
That's awesome.
These Chucky dolls are from NECA, from Bride of Chucky. They are insane.
Those are
If
great.
anybody's on the market for real good Chucky dolls, I can't tell you any other ones that I would get besides those. I love Child's Play. As you can see, I got a lot more stuff kind of displayed. That's usually what you see in my backdrop when the lights are
Like a
on.
band on
So
the skull.
cool stuff there. Jason Takes Manhattan mask. I've got a Purge mask and a little shadow box. Speaking of Jason Takes Manhattan, got the boom box. And man,
Hey,
you
is that
can't
yours?
have
Hey,
old Huckleberry
Huckleberry.
not here in the movie room in case anybody tries to come in. Got my signed Machete from Kane Hodder and Danny Trejo, who also played
Yeah,
Machete
yeah.
in the movie. Got that signed up there.
That's awesome.
And then we
That's
have this
great.
Halloween
Oh, look at
poster
that.
knife, which is pretty cool, very unique.
The knife that's not
item
even in the
there.
movie.
Also, speaking of unique and rare,
Awesome.
we have this young Michael statue / doll. This is from Spencer back in like the early 2000s.
Wow.
Very, very hard to come by, so I'm super happy to have that. You guys haven't seen this yet, but here's a couple of my autographs dedicated more to slashers. Again, I haven't really shown a
Oh,
lot of
awesome.
this
We've got
stuff
Alex
yet.
and
This will be in
Brad
movie
on there. Nice.
2. But you guys get to see it here first. Art the Clown, everybody's new favorite. You got some cool Robert Englund stuff.
I love that Patricia Arquette.
Also, too, that was Patricia Arquette signed. You also have Mrs. Voorhees, which is pretty hard to get. You got The Hitchhiker, and speaking of that, you got Sally, Marilyn Burns signed, and Gunner as well. And here's a couple Halloween masks I have from the newer movies, from Kills and 2018. Wow. And then speaking of that, Halloween ends with
Corey Cunningham
Corey
mask.
Cunningham mask, the Scarecrow mask signed by Corey Cunningham that I just recently got.
That's
Does
awesome.
Garrett just live in a museum? That's
Yeah,
amazing.
Garrett's room is ridiculous.
Like, it's so nice.
Yeah.
I've genuinely thought of, killing him and taking his place.
That
I
literally
showed my
is
wife his video. I was
all
like,
of our collectibles right there, like combined.
Yeah.
Certainly don't tell
Pretty much
anyone, but I murdered Garrett. We're going to take over his house.
Hey, Garrett, what's up?
So that was
Have 'em
awesome.
watch.
That was
That's
very
on-
impressive.
That's what you
There
gotta
you
do.
go,
It showed
Garrett.
on this channel. So that was really, really cool.
Garrett's
Thank
stuff
you,
is
Garrett,
outstanding.
very much for showing that.
Yes, thanks for sharing that. Very cool.
I love
Oh.
Garrett's collection.
Yeah.
No.
I already
It's
knew
so
he had
cool
cool stuff
watching
until
other
before he
people
did his
like
video.
go through their collection. It's just a lot of you could sit there and just watch people talk about their collection. It's so much fun.
I especially love as an autograph guy. Like, he has some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, Tim, you've seen a lot of autographs tonight. Like Mark had autographs. Like there's been some great autographs.
Yeah. I dig that stuff a lot.
Yeah, I think that's the funnest part about doing the show is seeing that kind of stuff. Man, everybody's stuff tonight has been super dope, man.
Yeah.
Mark, Chris, Tim is so good.
And we're not even done yet. There's more.
Oh boy.
There's more.
We got 7 hours left. People.
Well, wait, there's
But,
more.
let's get into our next segment here first. We got, of course, the Hollywood Screamlight, where we're going to shine a light on either an actor, director, producer that was heavily involved in some slasher movies and just kind of talk about them and hype them up a little bit. So let's see where we're going to start here. Let's start with Tim. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You look
Yeah.
ready.
I'm going to talk about it's a generic answer, but I don't care. I'm talking about none other than friggin' John Carpenter. Yes.
Favorite JC?
Yes. Got the pleasure to meet him last weekend. Super awesome. Not only did he create, some of the best in the slasher franchise, but just horror in general. I mean, slasher wise, Halloween, of course, but outside of that, Christine, The Thing, They Live, like the list just goes on and on. Prince of Darkness doesn't get enough
I
love.
love Prince of Darkness.
Oh, Prince of Darkness, great.
It's just, like his
They
entire
Live.
filmography. Almost, I love. The Ward is bad, but even some of his other bad stuff, I enjoy. Ghosts of Mars. It's
Yeah, Ghost of Mars
dumb
is fun.
fun. So
Body Bags is great. Watch Body Bags.
Oh, Body Bags is a blast. I never fully lump it in with him because he's more. He's as an actor, he's in it. And
He directed the first and third parts of it.
He directs one part. Yeah, I never think about anthology. It's a mix of people.
Mhm.
But yeah, I enjoy it a lot. His is the gas station part, right?
I thought he did the third part too. Maybe I'm wrong.
I
I think Toby Hooper did the second part and he did the first and third part.
Is it the
Or
first?
Toby
and
Hooper
third?
did the third part and he did the first and second part.
All
I
right,
can't-
someone needs to correct. I thought he only did one part. If he did two parts, at least he's 2/3 of the movie. Then,
Plus he's in the whole thing, so
yeah, as the mortician, which is cool.
as the Crypt
But,
Keeper.
So
I
who makes the better cameo, Stephen King or John Carpenter, when it comes to acting? Oh
I'd
wow!
say Sam Raimi. His cameo in Body Bags is my favorite.
I prefer Raimi's cameos of his car.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah, there you go. Even in the Western, yeah.
And Tim, so can you show that photo again? So is he sitting down? Are you like 8 feet tall?
No, he's
You look like
he's
Hagrid.
but
April is 6'3".
Yeah.
yeah, he only sits for this stuff, but still,
Yeah.
I mean, it's John Carpenter.
Yeah.
I was
Nice.
so happy to
I
meet
thought
him.
it was funny
fun,
that they
man.
made you take your glasses off and he's wearing glasses.
Yeah, so all right, yeah, I'll mention that.
Because that's how
Yeah.
both April and I wear glasses, and we got his photo first before Evan's, and we get up there, and if anyone that's done photo ops, it happens so quick.
Yep. It's in and out.
We're right there, and the person that like puts you forward, tells you where to stand, is like, "Are you gonna wear your glasses?" And we're like, "We're thinking about it." She's like, "I wouldn't recommend it. Take them off." So we take our glasses off. The picture gets snapped, and this happens in like a matter of 15 seconds. And we get the photo, and I feel like I look weird without glasses, but like my wife doesn't get good sleep, so you see like the bags under her eyes that you don't see with the glasses. And then we left our glasses on for the Evans picture, and it turned out fine. So we're like,
yeah,
why did we?
Yeah.
Somewhat if there was a little glare, but it happens just like that. It's so quick.
But you know, if they're good, because like when I was with Raimi and had the poster, they tell you all you gotta do is tilt your head down just a little bit, and the glare's
All you
gone.
gotta do is like this.
Yeah, so all she has to do is see that you're fine, and then snap the picture.
Yeah.
I mean, I say she because a girl took our picture, but the
I
photographer.
think it's funny that he kept his glasses on yet. They were so adamant.
Yeah, and
about
he was
taking
fine.
yours off.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what?
But hey, man, you got to pick with Carpenter. That's rad.
Our Lord and Savior.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great choice too. I mean, besides directing, he's done musical composing, right? I know that's
I
another
didn't
thing
even
you love
touch.
about him. I know you didn't even
touch
mention
Thor.
that.
He's legitimately like second favorite composer. I mean my favorite composer. It's again generic, just saying John Williams, but it's freaking John Williams.
Not a
But Carpenter has improved every single movie with his score, every single one.
Yeah.
His score. What's funny is he did scores just to save money for his movies.
Yeah. Yep.
But he's so good at it. So yeah, I'm very happy with my choice, even though it's super generic. It's Carpenter.
I was listening to Lost Themes 2 today when I was driving around.
It's good. It's good. I hope we get a Lost Themes 3, but
there is one, isn't there?
No, no, that's not 3. I'm thinking anthology. Yeah, there's 3 Lost Themes, but Anthology 2 came out. So I hope we get Anthology 3.
I hope he tours again a mile from my house like he did when my kid was born and I couldn't go see him.
I don't know, because he toured for the first anthology. He didn't tour for this anthology one right now. There's nothing set up. I think his touring days might be done.
Yeah, I know. It sucks. Stupid kid being born the same week as the concert.
He was so cool in tour too. If I could see him again, I will. But I think his days are done.
Yeah, I won't be surprised. Be cool if his kid did it though.
Yeah, I'd go see Cody Carpenter. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And Daniel Davies with him, the two of them. That'd be cool.
He could just sit there with his glasses on.
He could tour, do the whole tour, but not play anything. Just sit there on stage.
People, I'd pay to that.
All right. Huck, you ready? You pulled out a book. You were writing down books. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm ready, man. Yeah, I have a nice little trivia thing on this next person. All right, so mine isn't obvious, and I don't think anybody else would even care to go here, but I'm going to pick Courtney Cox because Courtney was
got the bangs. No.
She was my favorite Friends. And I loved her, way back in the Bruce Springsteen dancing, and she pulled her up on the stage, and that was like the start of her career. And of course, who could forget Masters of the Universe with He-Man?
Yep.
Awesome.
I know who could forget. She does. She never talks about it. I think she hates it a lot. But she popped on Family Ties, and of course she got Friends, and when she heard about Scream, she actually fought for the part because this is what I was grabbing the book for, Mike. So Gale Weathers was originally offered to Brooke Shields and Janine Garofalo, right? All who turned it down, including Elizabeth Berkley, who also turned it down. Everybody's showgirl's favorite. And thankfully, they all turned it down, and Courtney heard about it, and she just needed something to separate her from playing Monica because, that character, it gets tough when you are in such a popular thing, like whether it's a sci-fi thing like Star Trek or something, and you get pigeonholed to something. You need something else that you can do that people accept you for. And she's totally different. When I watched her in all these Screams, her character, like her personality is not remotely Monica. And you kind of hate Gale sometimes. And I think that's because she's doing the part right. And look, she's one of the legacies that's lasted all the way through. Who knows if it'll keep going, but yeah. And I've loved Courtney back in the day on Friends. And I enjoy the fact that she has like a second career, if you will, in the Scream franchise. And she's been an activist and all kinds of good stuff like that. So yeah, I just want to shine a little light on Courtney Cox, spelled with 2 E's, by the way. Everybody gets her name wrong.
Courtney, yeah.
Yeah, and and she met her hubby at the time, David Arquette, on the set of Scream. So, and now they have their adorable little Coco daughter. So there you go.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. She's
So,
like
Huck,
30.
you're Team Gale then, right? You need Gale in the Scream movies or
Oh
not?
yeah, I'm very look. When I say I mean, we're hoping this is just spoiler because people have seen these franchises. When I saw the trailer for Scream 6, I was pissed. Like, because in the trailer, I'm like, oh, Gale's gonna eat it. But people misdirect in trailers all the time because they want you to think one thing and then you have to go find out for yourself. So, but it was a little on the nose, is all I'm saying, regarding her character. So yeah, I'm team Gale. I mean, but at a certain point, I feel like maybe she'll be out and then they'll bring Nev Campbell back. So next time we don't get Courtney, but we'll get Nev instead.
They can just swap like every other
They
movie.
can just swap every other one. But also at a certain point, it's like having Laurie Strode. She's not in all the Halloween movies, right? You guys have seen probably more than I
she's
have.
only in first. She's
Right.
in like all of them.
She's not, other than
half,
Halloween
right?
3. What's that?
She's probably in like half of them, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little more than half because of the newer ones, but yeah.
So yeah. But I like it when she's in there. And I will say this too. The part where Dewey gets carved up and she loses him, you feel I felt it really like intensely because not only could you see her basically playing the scene well, but she just probably thought of him as her husband, and what that was like losing David Arquette, so an honor. Yeah. So good.
Oh, yeah.
So, there you go. Little Courtney Love.
350
Cox, not Courtney Love.
lives in that when he gets killed.
So
Yeah,
there you go.
she's probably like the best or at least most consistent part of the movies because I've just rewatched 2 and 3 the last 2 nights. I'm like, yeah, she does a lot more and she's a lot more interesting in this than Nev Campbell ever was.
Yeah, that's the thing is like she's
More
an
personality
anchor.
for sure.
She's a good anchor in all the films and she's got more to do. Yeah, like because that's the thing too. It's like with Nev, she gets like victim-y a lot.
She's the final girl.
Yeah, she's the final girl, but
a good
still,
character.
Gale is also, but Gale also will pick up a gun and try to kick your ass a little bit more. So that's kind of why I like her character a little bit more.
Yeah, she's more fun to watch and she progresses plots along better.
Are you about to kiss Tim on the ear? Looks like it. I mean, it's really close. I mean, Dave would. Come on, let's go.
All right, Derek, what do you got for us?
I'm going with an actor and probably the most prolific horror makeup artist of all time, Mr. Tom Savini.
Yeah.
Because, damn, he's great.
Yeah.
He started out with, I mean, not literally, but essentially the thing that made him known would be Dawn of the Dead, which I just.
That's what I need. I need a copy of that.
So good. Oh, that's gorgeous. I've had it for like a year and I finally just
check if Tim has one for you.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it.
Tim,
Bob,
you
if
have
you
those?
just slap that in a mailer for me.
And then he went on to Friday the 13th. Here's why I didn't grab the box set because I knew I had a couple of them in here. I actually went to grab it and some were missing. I'm like, why are there ones missing? Right. I have the stack on my desk already. I did like 3 days ago. So he did the original Friday the 13th with the good old Kevin Bacon stabbing through the bottom of the neck joint.
That's awesome.
He did Maniac, which has a hell of a good shotgun blast to the head in it. If you haven't seen that. He did the superior to the Friday the 13th, The Burning, but still not as good as sequel, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I honestly do like this more than Friday the 13th. Than
you sound like Bob reacting to Bodies.
Burning, Burning, Burning. He did Creep Show with Stephen King.
That had good practical stuff.
Yet again, Creep Show's great. He did Friday the 13th Part 4. Came back for that one, which is objectively, I would say, the best film of the franchise. Day of the Dead, better special effects than any other zombie movie, I would say. Creep Show 2, which he also acted in. He's in like all these movies too. And I didn't even know this because I haven't watched it, but he's in Two Evil Eyes. He's in The Wishmaster.
I like those a lot. They're
I like the
cool.
first one, which is the only one I've seen, so I'll just say that.
Once they
And-
switched the actor for Wishmaster, it wasn't as good. But is it the first?
There's what, 4 of these, right? Yeah, there's 4
Yeah,
of these
for
in this
sure.
set. It's a good set too. It's like it's cheap usually, even in Best Buy. Until next year. And this is just like up until the 2000s, and he was played himself in an episode of The Simpsons, which at the time when it aired, I had no idea who he was, but now looking back on this episode, it's one of my favorites. So yeah, Tom Savini's done everything. He started everything. He's started like almost 100 movies on top of being a makeup artist for upwards of 50 years now. It's ridiculous. But yeah, and he's even in Academy Award-winning films like Django Unchained. You need another example. So, Tom Savini can and will do anything.
All right, so going on to my choice here, I wanted to go with somebody that wasn't an obvious pick, but I think has made some of my favorite slasher movies. So I have to shout out Steve Miner here.
Nice.
I believe he was first like a producer on the first Friday the 13th movie, if I remember correctly.
I think
But then
so,
he
yeah.
got to direct part 2, which is one of my favorite Friday the 13th movies. He also directed part 3, which is a lot of people's favorite Friday the 13th movie. So he has a big Friday the 13th background, but then he comes into the Halloween franchise and directs one of the best Halloween movies, Halloween H2O. So just with those movies alone, he's a master kind of slasher director. He's also done other stuff too, like Lake Placid, and he's even done, I think, some family movies out there and whatnot. But I just had to shed a light on Steve Miner for just making some of the best horror movies out there, and nobody probably even knows Steve Miner's name, or not many people, unless you're kind of into the films.
I now know what he looks like really well.
Yeah,
See, there you
I was like,
go.
Mike, you got his picture up still. I was gonna
Look at that.
I like that you picked the CGI mask from H2O. Though. I appreciate the touch.
Because that represents H2O. When you see that, you know H2O right there.
Yeah,
Look at that. Look at that beautiful mask.
Yeah. As soon as when you said like I'm gonna do Steve Miner, I'm like that's a good pick because that's like I instantly remembered he did 2 and 3 in H2O. Forgot what else he did, but yeah. He did some good features.
Yeah, I just started to kind of research his name because I'm like, Halloween H2O is so good. Like, who directed this masterpiece? I'm like, Steve Miner, who the heck is that? And I'm like, wait, he did part 2 of Friday the 13th, part 3. Okay. And I really love part 2. So I'm like, yeah, we got to mention him. We got to shout him out just a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Good out of the box pick. I respect it.
They should have gave him the new Halloween trilogy. That would have been amazing.
Couldn't have been any worse, probably.
All right. So you guys, where did Bob go? Does Bob have a shout out?
He's in the toilet. He's taking a Bob.
Did you have a shout out for someone you'd like to highlight for horror? A filmmaker, a director, actor, someone that's a big slasher icon.
But no one we just said that you were out of the room for.
Yeah.
That's right. Just say Robert Englund and we'll move on.
I'm gonna go with Wes Craven.
Oh,
nice, man.
I mean, I never.
I guess
met,
I should have picked him.
I never met Wes Craven or anything like that. But you know, when people will ask if there's any director that you would have liked to work for, for me, like if I could have had a dream to work for somebody, it would have been Wes Craven. Every actor, when you hear them talk about Wes Craven, it's always positive things. Like, you know how some people, like, you're not going to usually crap where, you know what I mean, on your employer and stuff like that. But people genuinely speak very highly of Wes Craven. And everyone that worked with him, the actor or anything like that, they always enjoyed working with him. I mean, Neve Campbell, she was hesitant on coming back to the Scream franchise because she wasn't sure she ever wanted to do Scream without Wes Craven. So, I love Wes Craven, and he directed a lot of great movies. I don't want to say necessarily he created a lot of great characters or icons or anything like that because he didn't write them necessarily, but he was involved in it. So,
but he's instrumental.
Yeah, so he created Freddy more or less. That's the main thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was just watching the special features on that, and it's like it took him the longest of time for them to back that Nightmare on Elm Street movie. Like, no studio wanted to back it up at all. So we had to go to like a less popular studio, right? With New Line Cinema.
Which Freddie
House
basically
that Freddie built.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
Yeah, so Wes Craven for
House
me.
that Lord of the Rings kept in business 30
Like,
years.
I don't know if you guys have that actor or actress when they pass away, it really stings or, you know, leaves a mark. For me, it was Wes Craven. Like, that was tough because
Oh yeah.
as just a kid, like, I looked up to Wes Craven. Wes Craven is a huge reason. Obviously, my dad introduced me to horror, and Wes Craven was a huge part of that. But so, in, you know, respect, like, Wes Craven is a huge reason I fell in love with movies. Like, I mean,
Right.
yeah, my dad introduced me to it, but Wes Craven, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Scream, those were two of the first horror movies I ever watched, and that was Wes Craven. So,
And you know, Bob, watching all the Screams too, you can tell when Wes has the touch, like the Wes versions, that all the ones he directed, and then when the new people take over, it's like a slight, you know, it doesn't quite have that same Wes secret sauce. But in the very last film, remember Dewey's sidekick that became sheriff, the girl, the blonde,
Yeah.
her son, they called him Wes, and that is a nice little
And then-
homage. First thing, as soon as you hear Wes, you know it's
and
to
then when
homage.
he dies, they have 4 Wes on the side.
Yeah, yeah, super nice.
And Derek, you're obviously a fan of the 1972 Last House on the Left, and
Oh, I love Last House on the Left.
he directed that. So,
Yeah. It's one of my favorite films of his. And Hills Have Eyes is good, but
and when if you watch the special features of the remake of The Last House on the Left on the 4K that Arrow put out, his son does a whole 30-minute interview. I think his name's Jonathan, and he talks about how much, like, when he was in school, people really didn't like his dad. Like, he was bad. Like, they believed he was bad for Hollywood because he put out Last House on the Left and Hills Have Eyes, and those were like really frowned upon because they were extremely
they were
violent
at the time.
movies in the 70s. And so he talked about how much, like, he kind of got made fun of in school. Like, people didn't actually think it was cool that he was, you know, son of Wes Craven. They actually were like, your dad's terrible and all this stuff. It's really cool interview to listen to, and just how far he came, because every one of his movies basically had an NC-17 originally. So
yeah, his earlier ones. Yeah, because like every director from the 70s, they came from the adult film business. That's where they learned to edit and direct movies and stuff, and that's where he started too, just like everyone back then. But yeah, it was very hated back in those days, like you said.
You would know. I can't remember which ones. Raimi and Wes had a back and forth, right? Showing posters of each other's movies within the movies.
Yeah, because Evil Dead had the Hills Have Eyes poster. Evil Dead 2 had Freddy's glove in it.
Yeah. That's
So
awesome.
on and so forth.
That's
They're
neat. I
both
didn't know
great.
that.
Well, great choices, everybody. I think we covered some amazing like slasher icons with that, so that's fantastic. You guys ready for another collecting video here?
Always.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's go, Miss
Let's
Jess.
go, Jess.
To share some of my favorite horror collectibles, and I'm sharing
I love those things.
pretty much
Those are
just
cute.
all the little fun things I have. I'm not super immersed in like the merchandising, I guess you could say. I don't know what you would call it. Anyway, like horror merchant collectibles, I have to be selective because space, money, like it's for all collectors. Space,
That's
money,
true.
whatever you want to call it. But
I can
you know,
relate,
I pick and
Jess.
do what I want and like, appeal to me and like what I like. So we're gonna start off with my, I know a lot of people don't consider Beetlejuice horror, but it's
Comedy horror, yep.
to me.
That's a horror.
So I got these
Gateway horror.
last year and the year prior at Spirit.
Those are awesome.
Yeah, I love those things.
I can never remember their names. I feel like such a doof.
Adam and
Matlins.
I think her name.
Barbara. I can never remember them.
Barbara. She remembered the one I couldn't. Barbara and Adam.
Yeah.
Doesn't even
I was Adam for
matter.
Halloween last year.
Yeah, Adam. Barbara and
Were you-
Adam.
You're welcome.
I never remember the name.
Were
of
you
them,
the
so I'm
stretchy
blanking.
face version?
But from Spirit
Yeah, I have the
Halloween,
mask
my
in there.
Barb and Adam
Oh,
plushie.
I'll grab it. I'll wait for it
Plushies,
her to
I should
finish.
say. So I'll put these back over
Look at
there.
that stack of
Oh, Adam
stuffies.
fell.
Yeah.
So did Tigger. It's kind of in the way. And sort of like I'm more of a doll collector and a plushie person. And like, a figurine, like collectible on the smaller scale. So
Oh
I
yeah.
have my
Love it.
Ghostface plushie.
Let's go,
that my
Jazz.
husband gave me for my birthday
like a plush
a
doll,
couple
it's
years
great.
ago. He sits on my shelf.
Looks
You
like
see
me
him
when
in
he's
my
small.
background of all my videos.
Ball
We'll
version
start
goes.
off with these. These are a little bit more of an, like, I don't know, not so much of a horror. You have to be a doll collector and a horror collector, but I pulled the parts
That's
together
awesome.
so you could see.
Look at that.
My
Is that like the
Chucky
Monster High
and
dolls or whatever?
Yeah.
they're
inspired
called?
Monster High dolls.
Yep, there we
These
go.
are like one of the more recent
I
ones
don't
that
collect
I got. I
children's
missed
toys.
out on Annabelle
Yeah.
recently, but I got these ones. That's one set.
I can't believe they made those. That's crazy.
I know those are fun versions of those. They look
And
Yeah.
good.
then with the horror comedy, we got
Oh, awesome.
Beetlejuice, Lydia
that's
and
cool.
Beetlejuice inspired Monster High.
It's sort of like when Barbie gets to
got-
do inspirations. I like
Yeah,
the Monster,
exactly.
I like the
Monster
Monster
High
High stuff.
inspired.
Those are great.
Yeah.
And what a
Because they
smart
can be cool.
idea to do with your brand, you know?
Yeah, that's like exactly what they should be
Frankenstein
doing.
Bride and the Frankenstein
Frankenstein and Bride of
Monster.
Frankenstein.
Yeah, that is so great.
It's actually like the Frankenstein. I like that they're all like female versions of like Beetlejuice and stuff, though, except for that one.
But
Yeah.
those
Those
some
were
of
fun
my
to see. This is what I
more
love.
Noticeable collectible figurines that I have. As I said, I collect a little bit differently from most of the horror community, but thank you for having me on to share some of what I have.
Bye.
Thanks, Jess.
That was great.
Jess is
That was
awesome.
awesome.
Those are awesome. I'm like, I want those plushies. Those
Yeah.
Beetlejuice ones are so
I want
cool.
those children's dolls for girls that I
Jess is
Yeah.
awesome. And
Dad,
she
why'd you
probably
buy
has-
those?
She probably has the best nickname in this community, VH Jess.
It's just yes, right?
Yeah. Jess is
She's
awesome.
great.
She's great.
Everyone loves Jess.
Those are
All
cool.
right. Moving on to our next segment here, we got mega scary moments. How this one works is we're gonna mention a movie that has some scary scenes in it that just kind of scared us when we were a kid, or maybe still scares us to this day. And we'll show off some collectibles that represent the scariness, and I might throw up some pictures too to kind of relive those nightmares. So, all right, Derek, what do we got?
Well, I'm gonna do Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Where's the thing? Yeah, I was gonna show my Bates Motel sign and my Norman Bates figure, but we already did all that because uploaded it, like I said before. But I've grown up watching. I growed up. Well,
Without going to school, we know.
well,
Keep
yes,
going.
I didn't go to school much. I was at home watching horror movies as a young child. As you
Yeah.
can tell. I watched Psycho 2 on cable first, and I liked it. And I really wanted to watch the original Psycho. As a kid, I was maybe 10 years old when I watched it the first time. My parents rented it for me, and they and my sister were all out of the house, and I watched it home alone by myself. And I watched it, I liked it, whatever. And then he had that creepy monologue at the end that I loved so much to this day. I actually rewatched that scene the other day while thinking about this. And that creeps the hell out of me in general. The movie itself didn't really scare me, but what scared me was being alone in my house as 10 years old watching Psycho, and then I turned it off, and the silence of no one else being in my home after watching that VHS by myself, that gave me shivers down my spine. And that's why it's still the scariest movie to me. The movie itself is not scary, but the things it makes me think of creep me out more than any other movie that I've ever watched, just because of being alone in my house watching it in silence with no one else there once the movie was over. So it's a weird thing to talk about, because movies don't scare me. I'm desensitized. I'm a big strong man, but I always have been, apparently. But that's the one thing that always sticks in my head of being so creeped out, being alone in my house in silence after turning off Psycho for the very first time when I was 10 years old. So yeah, it's weird. It's a backhanded way of doing this, but it's the only thing I could think of.
Well, you're right on the money though with that monologue at the end. It's so haunting just how he describes it. He's like, we all go a little bit mad sometimes, right? And there's that fly.
Yeah.
That is very haunting. So that's
I'm not
definitely
even
a
gonna
good
hear
choice
that
right
lie.
there. Yeah. And then you guys have all seen Psycho, right?
Oh, yeah.
Panel.
I love it.
Spoiler alert, but the twist got me. Did the twist get you guys, or did you guys already know about the twist with who the
I did
real
when I
killer
first
was and all
saw it.
that? Yeah,
I mean, like I said, I saw Psycho 2 first, so it was implied.
Well, we'd know now after you guys showed the figures and said this is Norman.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody. I know you.
Yeah, but Mike's feet is blurry. You couldn't tell what he was
Everyone's
wearing.
checking.
You're like, what the heck? What kind of outfit is that?
The what motel?
We didn't say it was his mom's dress. I mean, you're not going to hear us say that here. I mean,
Well, the movie's super old. I mean, if you wanted to see it by
If you
now,
haven't seen
you
Psycho
could
by
have-
now, why are you watching this?
That's
all
right.
I'm
It's
saying.
the ultimate. It's the grandfather of
get
all
here?
slashers.
Yeah. It's one of the original slashers for sure. That and like, what is it?
Peeping Tom.
Peeping Tom. I almost said Peep Show. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's not right. Peeping Tom.
And didn't that come out the same year? Both in
Yeah, they did.
1960?
Peeping Tom is good too.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go, Huck. What are we going to talk about?
All right, so this whoops, I forgot to show this. So there's the there's the headless
The old
horseman.
McFarlane Sleepy Hollow toys.
Yeah, all right, so this is more of like a slasher, like got a little outside the box on this. This is more like slashing with long nails and stuff, and that is this big old bee right here.
Oh,
Look
nice.
at that sucker. So what really creeped me out with this is when I first saw it, I mean, this thing was frightening. It was so massive and so huge, so much bigger than all the other, worker bee aliens. You're like, this thing was massive. And the part leading up to her, of course, you've got, hang on, this is all here. So there's Hicks.
Okay, where's the other half? There it is.
Yeah, right. Oh, look, there's Hicks, y'all. Not Hudson. It's Hicks.
Hicks,
Like
yep.
the person's all like, all dead inside
Little
there.
chest
Hang on.
burster coming out of her
Yeah,
head.
wait, hang on, ready? And wait. Whooah, comes out. So, you got these guys. And of course, we got Ripley right there. There she is, loaded to the gills. So, and when that scene, when she goes into that lair with all those eggs, and again, Cameron using sort of a little bit of silence in this time, not too much music at the time, just more like the hum of the flame coming out of the flamethrower, and then just the lighting, and then the eggs just, she once she sees the queen, and then they're face to face, all the eggs just start opening up, and that's when Ripley's like, you, and then she just roasts the eggs, and then that gets the tension going. And I'm telling you, in the theater, like, because everyone's dying, like it was just prior to everyone in that room when they look in the ceiling and they're crawling in the ceiling. I tell you, man, they're coming, they're here, man, they're here. And then boom, they come down in mayhem, and just almost everybody but Hicks and Ripley and Newt survived that, right? Or are killed. And so you just didn't know what was going to happen at this point. And then so when they came face to face, and then of course she gets in that loader, the big loader, and they go face to face. And the great, I know it's Mike's channel, but get away from her, you bee. I'll say that just for Mike. And that just brought on like cheers from an audience. They went crazy.
Offended too.
Yeah, when he couldn't handle it, so he's scared. And she rips, Bishop, the queen rips Bishop in half. Like that was just such a shocking scene from when she walks into that egg place to the end. I mean, it was just really great. And that character of the queen was amazing, just amazing. So yeah, look at that design. What an absolute,
and it's real. That's the thing.
Yeah, practical effects, even down to the egg sack. Oh my God, all that practical effects were just frightening and gorgeous and exciting all at the same time.
All right, great choice, Huck. I mean,
watch Aliens
we
again.
had some awesome choices. We've had Derek with Psycho, we've had Huck with Aliens, and now we got Tim talking about a little girl's jump roping.
Oh,
children playing.
Does it catch her in the head on the way over? Take it off?
Imagine though, nothing creepy has happened, and all of a sudden you have this dream that just feels so real, and you're walking down the street and there's these little girls just playing jump rope, and they start singing this nursery rhyme. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock the door. 5, 6, grab your crucifix. 7, 8, better stay up late. 9, 10, never sleep again. I can't believe I sang the whole thing.
Nice.
That was good.
I love the commitment. Wow.
We gotta zoom in
But,
on that one.
That
Yeah,
thing's great. Oh my
So-
god.
Wow, Tim, that print is amazing.
Oh
The
yeah,
eyeball.
it's gorgeous, and it's got a bob behind it. But
Yeah.
yeah, this I love the print. The girls are very unsettling when they show up because it's little girls playing jump rope shouldn't be creepy, but it is because they have the foreknowledge that Freddy is right around the corner, ready to pretty much kill you. So yeah, I love Nightmare on Elm Street. The little girls are creepy, and I love this freaking print. So yeah, I love it.
Great.
This
That's one of the
artwork-
movies where like it makes kids are creepy in that movie, and it's not about creepy kids.
Yeah.
It's like
And they're not even being creepy. They're just being little girls, but it's just this unsettling atmosphere.
Yeah, it's like-
and then that
But
nursery
the
It
music
is
really
creepy
gets you
in
there.
context, but like out of context, it's like, whoa, that's nice.
Yeah, it's just girls playing jump rope.
Yeah.
But then you think about what Freddy did to all of them, and then you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Mike, what you got?
All right, so well, let's go full screen to show at least the movie moment pop. So we're gonna go with the Pennywise gutter
Oh,
scene.
nice.
You got little Georgie looking in the gutter at little Pennywise down there. You know, he's gonna try to get a red balloon. He just, he wants his little sailboat back too, I'm sure, but he ain't gonna get that back,
That's Georgie.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that moment was absolutely terrifying. I mean, you look at it from the movie here. I mean, look at that. Look at Pennywise,
Yep.
the eyes, the hair, the makeup, and like Georgie's just kind of like struggling, just trying to, hey, just he wants his sailboat back. He's gonna get a red balloon, he's promised, but no, it doesn't happen. We get munch action, and no, he loses an arm, and it's very, very sad. And you see him like crawl away. And there's tons of blood. And when I saw that in the new movie, I think that's a scene that the new one did better than the old one because you got to see the horrific, graphic nature of it. Just, oh my gosh, I was shocked. I was terrified.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Loud gasp from the audience. And because it happens just right at that beginning moment. And it's like, woo, okay, we're in store for a really good movie here. So that just set up the movie perfectly. But such a horrific scene. That's why you don't go outside and play in the rain. You don't do it. Don't go by gutters. Don't be getting red balloons.
Don't
from
play outside,
clowns.
kids.
None of that.
If there's a
Don't
clown in the
do
gutter, don't go hang out.
that. Yeah, don't be hanging out with the
There's
clowns
people
out
inside of
there.
the sewer. Don't talk to them.
Don't do it. Don't do it because then your arm is just going to get munched off right there.
Munched
That's what's
off,
gonna
right.
happen.
Yeah.
Well, look how his eyes are like, but they're looking out to the side.
Well, that first picture you showed, I think he really does like that's fake, but he really does that with his eyes, like how it's off kilter in the
He
first. photo.
does? Wow.
Yeah, he can do that. And that's why it's cool. Like in the movie, like part of that's actually him doing that. Not that obviously, but the other picture, like that's him really creeping his eye off center. Yeah,
Cool.
Bill does that. Like he'd do that in like the audition. They're like, oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, I mean, Bill Skarsgård was a great Pennywise. I thought he got all the expressions down. He was terrifying.
Yeah, he's great Pennywise.
Yeah.
All right, so getting into our final segment here, we got to get some I call them campfire recommendations because we're sitting around this virtual campfire, ready to recommend out some scary stories to each other. And this will kind of come back and play on a future live stream. We're going to talk about these titles we get recommended and watch them and all that great stuff. But let's go, Derek. You got some titles to recommend out?
Do I ever? And they're good this time, I promise. Oh,
Yeah, Tim's
All
like,
time
wait a
order.
minute. I guess I'll be the judge of that.
Look, I'm gonna
Yeah?
give you a really icky, awesome horror western movie. Bone Tomahawk.
Bone Tomahawk.
Starring Kurt Russell, who's
right.
outstanding. Matthew
Right.
Fox, and Academy Award nominee Richard
Bone
Jenkins.
Tomahawk.
Give it.
Yes.
Bob's happy about that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
If it make like, even my wife loved this movie, and it is icky.
That is a badass movie.
Go buy that fancy new Steelbook because I won't because I already have this. But or go to Menards and find this for $5 in their dump bin that was also there. So whatever you feel like
Oh,
doing.
yeah.
Tim, I've been mean to you in the past. Not
He's like,
on purpose, but also completely on purpose. But you've just seen everything. That's the problem.
You've been
It's hard
mean to a
to,
lot of
it was
people.
even harder to recommend a horror movie for you that I don't think you've seen that you might like. So I'm going to give you one that I at least enjoyed myself, and not on the same way as I like things.
Not because it sucks.
Nah, not a so bad as good movie, but like, hey, this is actually pretty good. Fade to Black from Vinegar Syndrome. It's about a man obsessed with Doris Day movies, not really. But it is a guy who's obsessed with old cinema who basically snaps and goes insane and becomes a serial killer, but in character of these movies he's obsessed with. So at least part of that will ring with you, I think. And as far as Vinegar Syndrome movies go, that's probably one of the better ones I have watched.
Well, the good thing is I actually own that still sealed from a past not Criterion. Yeah, Criterion. Vinegar Syndrome sale.
I thought so. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I think we bought it the same day. And
I don't have a slip though.
Yeah, I got one of the last ones. I was lucky. And Mike, I'm going to give you a super fun family early 90s. Is this 90s or 80s? I always forget because it's like in that sweet spot where you can't tell the difference. But who cares, right? Film for everybody. Arachnophobia. Even my 4-year-old loves this movie. Actually, he was 3 when he loved this movie. Arachnophobia, starring Jeff Daniels and John Goodman, produced by Steven Spielberg, and everyone's favorite producer, Kathleen Kennedy, unless you're a Star Wars fan. Directed by Frank Marshall. Yeah, it's a nice PG-13 horror movie. Everybody loves this. Actually, I hardly watch this. My wife grew up with it, so that is why I own it, and I bought it for her and my kid.
Arachnophobia is a fun flick.
If anyone everyone likes Arachnophobia. If you might not love it, but you'll at least like it.
Hey, I'll take it. After what Tim's been through, I'll take it.
Mike and I just feel lucky we've dodged bullets.
After that, you get Things. So
great.
You don't like Arachnophobia, you have to watch Things next month.
All right. Huck, you got some recommendations?
I do. Now, Tim, got to do you right. I feel like maybe a little off on a couple. Close. This will be interesting. I'm going to pick heavy metal for you. I know you like rock and roll music. It's got animation and yay titties. It's got those.
It does.
So you can't not love this. And the connection, and it's an anthology, right? So there's all these little stories in it, but they're connected by this one thing, the Lochnar, and this element takes you from each story. And I think you'll dig this too, Tim, because you love like interesting artists and writers and stuff like that. Each segment is written and drawn by a different artist, so it literally has a different feel and tone. And there's one about pilots that is just, it sends chills up my spine. It's like that's the most frightening of all the segments. It's really creepy. So I think you'll dig that.
All right, I'm in.
Mike, gonna hit you up with some Michael J. Fox, some of the Frighteners, baby.
Yeah,
Frighteners is great.
So you got to check this out. You get this pretty cheap. I just picked it up. So fun movie with Michael J. Fox. I think it's in this Zemeckis show. Who is this?
Peter Jackson directed it.
Peter Jackson. Yeah, Peter Jackson.
Produced it, yeah.
Yeah, so it's got a nice tone.
So
and
I hope you like it, Mike.
Yeah, I know. Hope you like it.
Michael J. Fox, I'm sold. So I got it.
And Derek, you're a little, you give, so we give. So here it comes.
I like everything in it.
Yeah, I know you have like older stuff, and you've got the collection. So if you haven't already dug through it, I'm going to give you a sequel to The Invisible Man. You have these, right?
My favorite Universal monster.
Have you seen The Invisible Agent?
No, I've only watched the original.
Excellent. Most people haven't. And there's like the interesting thing is like with The Invisible Man, you got the Returns. The Invisible Woman is very much like a comedy, so that's like got a different vibe to it. But Invisible Agent, they'd started to really sort of hone their craft doing the invisibility stuff and the little tricks and stuff. Yes. And I really, really liked it. I don't know how you're going to feel towards it, but because you have this, I always tell people, if you've got this, you owe it to yourself to watch the things that are on here, not just the originals. So check out Invisible Agent. Hopefully you'll dig it.
Nice. Doing me a favor.
I think it's one of their stronger, like the Mummy sequels are usually pretty weak, but the sequels for The Invisible Man, I feel. Huh?
The original Mummy was weak.
Yeah, but of all of them, I feel like The Invisible Man has the best sequels, including original.
Yeah, Invisible Man is far and away my favorite original Universal Monster movie that I watched last year. So
all right,
I really like the original Mummy though.
It's fine.
Well, I like the original Mummy. In fact, the original Mummy has some of the best camera work in all of those original films.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
so my turn. So start with Mike. You like set in one location movies?
Yeah.
All right. You're gonna watch the movie ATM with Josh Peck, I think is who was in it.
Oh, Josh Peck. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Actually.
Drake and Josh Peck?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's do it.
It's people going to an ATM in the middle of the night, and a crazy serial killer type guy is not letting them out.
Oh, sweet.
It's good.
That's funny.
Derek. This is not a joking recommendation, even though you deserve it.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got that covered.
Give it to me, please.
Innkeepers is like a favorite of mine. I freaking love the Innkeepers. Have you seen it?
I have not seen it. I own it.
Well,
I bought an FYE for $5.
Now you will be watching it.
There it is.
Who has to watch ATM?
ATM is for Mike.
Josh Peck sucks, but ATM outside of Josh Peck,
Just in general, or
yeah, he's just terrible.
he was great in which
Drake and
one's
Josh
he?
was
Which one's
awesome
Drake and
show,
Josh?
okay?
I never watched
He
it.
is
I'm
an
too old.
awesome actor, but ATM's pretty fun.
He's great in Oppenheimer, if that's the right one.
He is in Oppenheimer,
Is
actually.
the one in Oppenheimer? Okay, I couldn't remember which one's which.
Yeah. He operates the bomb control button. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, Derek gets Innkeepers. I hope you like it because everyone I recommend doesn't like it. But me, Mika, and Kira are on an island of people that love that movie.
Yeah, people who love it really love it. I've heard. Yeah.
And then there's Huck.
Yep.
I've already recommended you alien stuff. I'm going to keep the aliens going, but with a horror twist.
Cool.
No One Will Save You on Hulu with Caitlin Dever. It's freaking really good. Actually,
it's pretty good.
Monkeys.
Is it? Okay, yeah. I want to say, like, I watched one of those coming soon trailer montages on YouTube. I think that was in that. And it looked pretty great.
I actually liked it enough. If you guys know Katie Video on like IG that does she make custom VHS, like I ordered.
Oh yeah.
No, that's awesome.
I ordered that because I liked the movie that much. And
Oh
wanted
wow.
a copy.
Go
So
Tim.
I really, really liked this movie. There's 8 lines of dialogue in the entire movie.
What? Cool. So no subtitles needed. Cool.
I got recommendations for you guys too.
All right,
My
well,
second. This is how impressive it is.
Oh boy.
Top of my head. Can I do recommendations for you
Yeah,
guys?
go
Mike?
for it.
All right. I expect all three of you to watch these. Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. I fucked up because you've seen some of these. You've probably seen all three of these. Shit.
He grabbed them from my collection.
Yeah, grab them from your collection. So let's
All
see
right.
what it is.
This one's recommendation for Huck. Deep Rising.
All right.
Have you seen it, Huck?
No, the thing is, I was going to pick that up at the next Kino sale, and I think it is now discontinued.
Does it?
Is it?
Every time I click it, it goes to this page does not exist, and I was literally like
I
twice.
don't have that either. It's good though.
So I will try to
It's a
find
really-
it.
This is a really fun movie. I would recommend.
It is fun. I saw it in
Um,
theaters when it came out.
Mike pulled this out as a clip earlier, like a screenshot thing. So I don't know if you've seen these. Mike, have you seen The Collector?
I have. It's very good.
Shit.
Kevin?
Yeah.
I can watch the Hatchet
this,
movie.
This is for. I hope Derek has.
I haven't seen The Collector.
Derek, have you?
I
seen
own
it?
that movie. I'm writing a musical adaptation about it.
Have you seen it?
I own it. Yes.
I haven't seen
That
that.
doesn't mean you've seen
I
it.
watched it on VHS.
right,
That's
so-
how much I own that
So
movie.
Derek, you watch
I'll watch
the
The
collector,
Collector.
and,
Yeah.
and Mike watches.
the
Exactly.
I said, I'm like, I'll watch The Collector. I haven't seen it.
Ah, Bob, I'm out of
That's
here.
1984 is awesome.
Have
Drop
you
Mike.
guys seen the collection, the sequel?
That's very good too. Yeah.
The intro to that movie is
Totally
bonkers.
brutal.
And then for you, babe, I'm going
Babe.
to find either Monster Party or Killer Party.
Oh, shit.
Oh gosh, Monster
Oh,
Party's rough, Tim. Get
Oh,
ready for that.
Killer
one.
Party looks
You
hilarious.
didn't like
A
Monster
Monster
Party?
Party from the dollar store, and it wasn't worth the price. I'll say that.
Which one's Monster Party?
That's the one with the puppets, right? Like the Rankin
No,
Man.
no, there's no puppets.
Mike, why didn't you like Monster Party?
No.
He said no.
Yeah. All right, Tim, you're in.
Killer Party.
No.
Bob
He gave
feels
me
confident.
recommendations.
You got them both right here.
All right.
Huck, I will check up with all three of you to make sure you watch those movies. And if you didn't, Tim's gonna spank you.
Oh boy!
All right,
There's
Mike.
a
It's giving me
virtual
motivation to
spank.
watch the movie.
All right.
All right. So recommendations here. We'll go, well, just how I have these in order. We'll go with Huck. We're going to go Unhinged. You get
Nice.
the great Russell Crowe. So Gladiator, you know,
I
he's
need
an
to see
amazing
that still, too,
actor in
yeah.
Oh,
here.
I've heard
But,
cool stuff about
yeah,
that.
he goes total psycho in this one. So you're going to love this. And, you know, you're in California, Hollywood, Huck. You're going to see a lot of California road rage in here. So it's
Oh,
mm-hmm.
classic.
I will say, Huck, that's a badass recommendation.
Oh, nice. Oh, I'm pumped. All right.
All right. And then for Tim, we're going to go Cobweb because Tim hasn't seen it. So that's why I chose it for him. But I do think Tim will like this one. It does give me kind of a Halloween 3 vibes towards the end. And then there's really good practical effect work in this one. So by the ending, I think you're going to be blown away with this one. It's very, very good.
Okay, cool.
All right. And then we need one joke recommendation. I think, you know, Derek.
I
joke
deserve
one.
it.
So have you ever wanted a zombie movie with no zombies? Well, if you did, Derek's going to watch VFW for you.
I know that's what it was, but that sounds
Derek,
like
you
better,
haven't seen
actually.
VFW? Derek, you've never seen VFW?
No, I have I have integrity.
Well, he's going to now. And
Yeah.
the big thing is the
But I love
Blu-ray
William
is
Sadler.
on the
Billy
Blu-ray,
Sads.
so you get it at a good discount.
Derek's gonna like that too. He's gonna be like, wow, I ended up liking it.
Yeah, actually, it does have some cool stuff in it. So you actually might like this one, Derek. So
I
it's
think
kind
it's
of
on
a
show, so
joke,
I'll
but you
definitely
also
get it.
might
I'll
like
watch
it.
it.
So we'll
I have
see how-
integrity.
I have integrity. What a
Yeah, since when?
That's why I watch things like Things.
Did your wife tell you to say that on camera?
Really playing with that.
and Bert. Yeah, I play with a lot of things.
Oh my god. All right.
What?
Who's playing with what now?
All right. Well,
Yeah, let's
I
keep it
think we
going, Mike. Let's
covered
go.
all the Collectors Club business here tonight. You guys had a fun time tonight?
Yeah,
For
man.
the Super
Good night.
Slasher
Good. Now I
Spectacular.
gotta watch 4 damn movies.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Yeah, now we got to do our homework. 4 movies, man. But we'll kind of promote real quick whatever we got going on. I know for the Collectors Club, we're doing a stream Monday night, right? If everybody still has it on their calendar, we're talking horror props. So that's going to be super fun. So very excited for that. It looks like you guys are all surprised. You did not mark this on your calendar or what?
Which well, not this Monday night.
I'm like, which
Not
Monday?
this Monday night, 2 Monday nights away.
Yeah, I was gonna
You're
say
right, Huck.
because
Sorry,
I
I'm like, I
have-
hope it's not this
something
Monday.
going
I got
on.
stuff to do.
You are right.
got the-
Huck. What do you got going on? You got some cool stuff.
I got
coming
the
up.
biggest, hugest trivia show coming. 9 people. Derek's one of them. It is chock full. Miss Jess is going to be one. Yeah, I just finished it yesterday, so it's all good and ready to go. It's going to be mayhem. Trying to keep track of 9 people playing the game. But my good old kitten paws, I got her here to help me out. So yeah, so please tune in and spread the word. I got 9 people playing. I told all 9 people to tell their subscribers. I really want to see a big audience for this one because I mean it's just going to be massive. So and I feel like it's personally going to be pretty easy because you know I tried to make it fun and easy. So Derek, you're probably going to mop them up. So today, yeah. So Bob, you gotta tune in, man. See if you can. You know, I'm so inspired by all your trivia on your Hall of Fame. So there you go.
I will probably be driving home, and so watch. We'll end up putting it on in the car.
Catch the replay. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, they're leaving like immediately after the stream. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
And then we're
Nice.
going to Cleveland and meeting up with somebody and doing some more hunting.
Well,
And-
man.
What are you waiting for, huh?
Yeah.
oh, damn,
Great. Nice.
I drove like 4 hours this week, and I'm like, I'm done for the year. I don't know how you get through
Wow.
All right, Derek, what do we got going on?
Huck's trivia, honestly, and that's all I got going on. I got my kid's birthday coming up, so I got all that crap to do and all that stuff. So I don't have a lot of personal stuff planned. But a buddy of
What are
mine,
you waiting for, huh?
time to do it.
It's like
But a buddy of mine was nice enough to like gift me his old camera, so I'm going to fiddle with that tomorrow. So I'll have a nice new camera and diffused lighting, which I've been using tonight, play with. So I'll pull some videos out of my butt this week for funsies,
Nice.
and yeah, hopefully I'll not make myself look like an idiot on Huck's trivia tomorrow.
I think you'll do. Oh, yeah, and be on the lookout. But we've told people to wear costumes, so I'm curious what people will come dressed as.
I'll probably just wear this.
I'm sure that's what you'll wear.
I'll hang it up over there. I'll wear this.
Yes, I'll have to wear something different than this.
I only get 3 days a year to wear this at most, so I got to do it. It just stays in the closet.
All right,
But you, Tim.
Tim and Bob, what do we got going on?
So I mean, I'm gonna have a video going up tomorrow about what we did today. But oh my god.
Oh geez, here it goes.
But I had
Betsy
a lot of fun over the course of the weekend. So like this guy is gonna end up having a video with footage of what he captured, and Durant Cinema will have a video going up of stuff he captured. And yeah, I got other past this weekend video stuff. I've got several hauls to film and some other stuff. I don't have any me live streams set until the next Collectors Club is on my channel. So we're going to come up with the date, and that'll be next month. I think that's going to be the next my channel stream. Past that, I don't know. I'm a mess. So go ahead, Mike.
You're a good mess, Tim.
We're not
Don't
planning
worry,
ahead
we're
like
all
Mike
a
is.
mess. Like, thank you for reminding me, Huck. No, the live stream is 2 weeks. 2 weeks
I was
away.
gonna say, because I'm not gonna be on your show.
Like, thanks for reminding me too, because I'm busy tomorrow.
FYI, I'm a little busy tomorrow night. Yeah.
Yes, 2 weeks away. That's good to actually get time to prepare it then. So that's great. So yeah, we're gonna be talking our favorite horror props. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. And then just for my channel in general, a video every day. We got physical media topics, deal videos coming out, a whole ton of awesome stuff for physical media. So if you're visiting the channel for the first time, make sure you go ahead and kill that subscribe if you love collecting just like us. And then, of course, hit that like button. You'll slash it tonight for this amazing panel here today. And then, leave in the comments what you thought of the stream, and I'll definitely get back to you all. But thank you, amazing panel members here tonight. And Bob, thanks for being the special guest. Bob, do you have anything upcoming you wanted to shout out?
It's been a while. I appreciate it, Mike. Thank you. You didn't have to have me on. I was happy looking at his slips and stuff. An honor. that was good timing. Yeah, no, thank you. Yes, actually, so Huck is doing his trivia in like 18 hours from now.
That's right.
Or so, somewhere in that. And the very next night, Jess and Caprice, I believe they're going to be on or Jess and Tiana will be.
Jess and Tiana are going to be on the.
Jess will be on the women's tournament that I'm doing the very next night. So
look at that. Busy night.
You got to double dip with Huck and then my tournament. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a good time. So that's two good times right there.
Heck
I don't know
yeah.
what I'm saying. I don't get much sleep.
And then you gotta drive like
You get the whole drive home to sleep, Bob. Don't worry.
15 hours.
Drive home to sleep.
And I did also, Derek, you're pretty gorgeous.
I
And
know.
8K like he's got right now, you look really good.
I look better on Macs than I do on PCs. So I really should go get a Mac.
All right. Well, thank
Yeah.
you guys once again. Thank you, audience, for all the comments you left tonight. I know we didn't really dive into them, but I see like 302 comments there. So I know you guys were very active in the chat. So that was fantastic. A special thank you to everybody that sent in a collecting video. We had Chris, we had Miss Jess, we had Garrett in there, we had Mark from Tales from the Shelf. So amazing collecting videos. It was great seeing all that. So once again, special thank you and shout out to them. But everybody have a great night out there, and go watch some movies.
Good night, everybody.
I'll go to